telling you, that whole thing, or that 30-second thing, man, they come some music, and you just go, oh, man, I want to just get in and just be like, oh, yeah, feel a little R&B flow, folks. I'm like, oh, yeah, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, oh, my Lord, welcome to the grand stage. We have Miss Carrie in the house.
Hey guys, good morning.
Good
Hi.
morning,
Good
Miss
morning.
Carrie, with the reaction of that floored me of all things, and I was like, "Oh, we gotta talk." That was freaking hilarious. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you had me rolling when I saw your
I
reaction.
thought that would be funny, so I couldn't help myself.
Oh god,
Just a
honestly,
disclaimer, guys, that's not true. I mean, that's not really accurate, but I will be celebrating. I'll just say that if we really got a third round pick for Kirk Cousins, just saying.
look, you don't have to walk anything back here, Carrie, because all I got to say was, as I told Ladarius, there's not many things I get shocked with, but that genuinely shocked me. So I needed that after the week got back. So, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're live in Technicolor, if you will. It's going to kind of get weird with the NCAA tournament, and the only reason I say that is because the free agency has definitely taken a slow turn. I mean, when the big news is we signed Felipe Franks
Mm.
and Ron's favorite tight end, and
Bullshit.
and I do like the signing of Will Fuller, though. I do. William Fuller, that is a good signing. We'll chop that up because I saw that after I made my rundown. But my lord, Carrie, you definitely took the cake when I saw, because I think it was you tweeted that, wasn't it during or didn't you also ask the question to Scott? I can't remember his name, but it's the guy that likes to Scott Kennedy. He likes to do the talk and the draft analysis and stuff. Or it could have been another Carrie. I could be wrong.
It was Carrie. I'm the only Carrie. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
There are other Carries, I'm sure, but not this Carrie.
Okay. Well, no, I
Wow.
no because someone
I mean,
named
is there
Carrie
other
was like,
Rons like you? No, there's no other
Yeah.
Ladarius. There's no other C double. We're all unique in our own ways. I'm just
mm-hmm.
saying.
It other one like me.
Ain't
Called
that the
my
truth?
Really?
my
I,
older brother. Yeah.
Really?
oh,
Okay.
And you
Ron,
Well,
I don't believe that person is just like you. You are
uh,
one in a billion, bro.
nah, he got me beat by far.
or,
By
or
far, my
maybe he's a version of you, but bro, you are a general article, my brother.
he got me beat. Trust me.
All right. Well, look, it's NCAA. It's bracket time. Now, Ladarius actually really did a great job breaking down the tournament on his show, but I kind of wanted to ask you guys, because I don't know who follows basketball and who doesn't, or the NCAA at least. What is like the things you like to do watch it while watching it? Do you like to go watch it with the crowd? Do you like watching it by yourself? What? Because me personally, I used to love watching it with the crowd, but then obviously times are tough. I watch it by myself more likely. What about all you guys? Ladarius, what about you, bro?
Oh, I never go first, so I don't know how to react. So, like I
Well,
said,
this
I
is
just should.
also kind of your spot
Well,
too, so I wanted to
well,
bring it to you
listen. Like I
first.
say, I'm the guy that shows up. Comes to work on the golf cart and just parks and then just tell me when they come to set. Um. Well, first and foremost, good morning, everybody. Good morning, those listening and or watching, John. Um. So I guess the best way, me personally, I like to watch it by myself. I'm not a real social butterfly per se. So, because I like to watch it and kind of, I guess I guess I enjoy it better that way. And to have my own snacks and all that jazz, and just kind of analyze and kind of look forward like I do. So,
Mhm. Awesome, awesome. Gary, it's the Field of 64. How do you get excited about it? Do you like to watch? What's kind of your routine?
um, honestly, I don't really have a routine. I'm kind of a casual, I'm not gonna lie. I will watch, but I don't really have a routine like I do with like soccer or football. But yeah, I'm here for it. I did see Bijan release his bracket. I don't know if you got a chance to see that, but that's kind of cool.
I should have looked at his bracket first before I see. I didn't do one because all right, got to pop the hood of the car and I'll explain. So Sunday, I had my little girls, my nieces, come over. All right, and if you haven't seen them, they're just adorable, and I love them. All right, so I'm the Superman that will do whatever it needs to be done to make sure that it's not a bad area for them. Okay, so I go grab the heavy duty vacuum upstairs, tote it down, and I start vacuuming, and I get done, and I go, you know, play my. I think I was either playing my game and listen to some music, but I was hurting and I was having a problem like taking a deep breath. And next thing I know, I could barely walk. So I think ended up pulling a muscle in my back, and it threw me off for the last few days. So talk about hurting. I was in some pain. So I totally forgot about the bracket. I told Ladarius. I mean, I remember watching Raw with Ladarius Monday, and I'm telling him I hadn't even been out of bed much. I was that
Mm.
much hurt.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was painful, and
Are you doing better?
I'm I'm moving better. I'm
That's
able to do
good.
things, but it, like I did it like I did my workout, but I only did like 40 minutes of it versus an hour. So because I was getting lightheaded, so I stopped. So I'll try again today and see how I feel. But it's just one of those. It sucks when you're by yourself a lot because you don't want to do too much, and next thing you know, you're on the floor. um, you don't want to have a Dusty Rhodes incident. So, but yeah, it's just one of those things. So I just tell people, just I'm glad that I was able to, hang in there and just kind of got through it. But yeah, um, I don't know about y'all. I love changing channels when I'm watching the Field of 64 because they'll have like four games on at once or they'll stagger it. So you get to watch some games, and then if one's getting a blowout or kind of not even, you can change it to another. And you know, for me, I'd never mind changing channels. I thought, okay, hey, here we go. I get to watch the fun stuff. Um, so I love the NCAA tournament. As a kid, I thought it was always fun, and I always like trying to predict the upsets. But this year, it's going to be quite interesting with all the SEC teams out there. So we'll talk about we'll have a little discussion because I know me and Ladarius kind of had to talk about it and it was fun. So to actually discuss, I think the women's NCAA tournament is actually going to be better. I think just because of the formality with it or familiarity with it. But let's talk. Um, let's look at the comments here. I know Ron's stepped away, so we'll get him back here in a bit. All right, so John Brooks starts us off by saying, "What's up, fellas? The Falcons are hosting safety Nick. Uh, okay, Ladarius, do you know how to say this guy's name?
Nick Emenwari,
Okay,
Emenwari, something like that. Yeah.
Look, that sounds better than what I was going to say. So from South Carolina, and the Dogs play today in basketball, and the Falcons are re-signing Felipe Franks. Yeah, Ron's not happy about Felipe Franks coming back. But
Really?
no, no, no.
I thought I mean, I can't even be mad at this point. It was kind of funny for me, honestly. Like, this is really what we're doing. Okay.
No, what I told him, my initial response was the following. Well, okay, you have to understand, you have Kyle Pitts. So what happens if Kyle Pitts goes down? You need someone that's going to look good in uniform, maybe not catch the ball much, and just be there. There you go, Felipe Franks, baby.
Oh, wow.
But but
Yeesh.
we'll discuss all that. But yeah, But now the Dogs playing Gonzaga. I'm looking forward to that game at 4:35. That will be a fun game. That will definitely be one I'll watch today. But yeah, I like Nick Ormorati. Oh God, I've already messed his name up. I apologize if you watch or anyone that knows him. Um, but look, I actually like him. The size, you know, the ability. He's fast. He can play safety, and man, he's 6'3", 240. Now, will that translate as a safety in the NFL? I think it will. I'll pass the ball around. We'll go to Carrie and Ron. Are you back by any chance? Just gonna ask. He probably is not, but I just feel like asking. All right. So until Ron gets
Yeah,
back, oh, good. Ron's back. Okay, there we
Hey,
go.
my bad.
Ron.
Superstar.
Hey,
All
my
right.
bad.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I know you a popular man. People got to see you. You had to work on that welcoming committee sign for Felipe Franks.
Good.
All right. Well, the comment was about Nick. The Falcons are hosting him, the kid from South Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and the Dogs are playing today in basketball against Gonzaga, and then the Falcons news re-signing Felipe Franks. So we'll start with Ron, Carey, and Ladarius. What are you guys thinking about um, the prospect of this safety? Because I don't actually have a problem with it, but what do you think? And then also, you could comment on the Felipe Franks, or you could just say what you thought when you saw it.
Oh God.
Yeah,
I'll be your last.
Ron's like, I want to go last. Come on,
Oh
Ron.
wow.
All
Save
right,
the
we'll
best
let
for last,
Carey.
Ron.
Yeah, the
Okay. Okay. So I can go ahead. Yeah. In regards to Nick Emmanwori, I think he could definitely be a good signing for us. I know we just signed a starting safety. Um, I don't know exactly the deal, like the money in years wise. I thought it was a 1 year deal, but please tell me if I'm wrong. Did we sign him to a multi-year deal?
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I can't really remember, but where I was going with that is, yeah, with in regards to him and Worry, I think he has a prospect grade of like 6.41, I believe I read. So for me, like he has the potential to be a starter, but he probably should sit and learn. And what better way for him to do that? We have two starting safeties. He could literally do that, behind our new starting safety as well as Jesse Bates. So I think, I mean, he had a good, I think he runs a 4.3438, so he's fast. But yeah, I think he could be definitely a good prospect for us. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know because I'm not for sure what round he's projected to go at in. For me, hopefully it's like the second or well, definitely not the third because we don't have a third rounder, but hopefully he's a later round pick since he would be like a guy who'd sit and learn and wouldn't be an immediate starter. Um, because obviously if we did want a safety as an immediate starter, then I'd rather go Starks at 15. So yeah, but I think he could be great if it's a later round pick and he can learn behind our starting safeties that we already have.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you. All right, Ladarius. Since because Ron doesn't usually ask to go last, so we're gonna honor that. So go ahead, Ladarius.
Yeah, I'm gonna let Ron go because there's nothing I can say to
Oh,
add any relevance. So I'll let Ron go.
All right, Ron.
that safety. He is old school. He got old school soul.
okay.
What I mean by that, some of the best safety that ever played in the NFL, running like he Sean Taylor, his work athlete is up there with them. I would not say he is them, but the way they used to work hard in the NFL, he got that same soul. And the Felipe Frank, you know how y'all go to a barbecue
Mm-hmm.
and it always a fly day come come out of nowhere, just keep on messing with you, and you cannot get rid of this. No matter where you go, this fly just come and find you. That Felipe Frank.
Oh wow. Okay.
It's hard to get rid of this dude, man. What, dude? He got tape of Raheem now? What? This dude, I don't care how many times we get a new head coach, this man finds some way to come to the Atlanta Falcons. For what, Raheem? What the hell you doing? The man not good at tight end. The man not good at quarterback. So you giving away money now, Raheem. I'd rather for you to give away money to the homeless than giving to Felipe Frank.
Oh wow.
I mean, you should give money to the homeless. That's not a bad thing.
We need a center, but you fell in love with Felipe Frank. That my boy, but I don't care if we don't got no legit center. But Felipe, I like you. I like you. But we don't got no legit center. But, oh, my bad, you like Felipe. You think you to mold him and change him into what? He trash. The man cannot even catch a cold. What he learned? I'd rather for you to go on the corner and give the money you pay Felipe Franks, give that to the homeless person on the corner. He would do more with that money than Felipe would do in a game.
All right. And let's go down the list real quick. I want to go through the comments before we start. We got, and also, Carrie. Okay. So the news came out that there's some rumors that Kirk Cousins could go for a third-round pick. And Carrie, like I said, not many times I get caught off guard or I get shocked. Gary's response shocked me to the floor. I mean, I was like open mouth going, what? So that's all I'm going to say. Joe, check her out on Twitter. She's awesome. So I still give you props, Carrie. But my God, that was so funny. But yeah, so we'll talk about that. We'll squeeze it in before we go into our subjects we're going to debate about. We also have, hold on, let me just check. Okay, he's back. Okay, cool. And then everyone's back. Cool. Good morning, Miss Pam. She's wished us all.
Good morning, Miss Pam.
Good morning, Miss Pam.
Morning. And then Miss Cheryl, or Cheryl Woods, or Stephen Woods. Oh Lord, I'm out of it. Tall, fast, but the safety would you draft this year? You know what? I actually would. I don't have a problem draft, especially if you trade down. It's like this. There's a lot of guys out there, and if we're serious about getting picks, I would trade down as long as we get what we're wanting. So, Frank's is a good special teams player. Is a good special teams player.
I don't know about that, Miss Pam.
Yo, got Carlo. What's up, Carlo? Felipe Hot Dog Ballpark Franks. I think someone's with you there, Ron. Ladies and gentlemen, we do not have any money. We are shopping at Dollar General. I agree. That's really what this is. All right. So, let's talk. And by the way, I tried to look up the signing.
See that?
Yeah, what's up? What now?
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you sounded far away for a second.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
My mic doing some weird things All right. So, by the way, Kendall Fuller signed a 2-year deal, or no? Oh, that's a different guy. I'm trying to find that guy. All right, we'll figure it out. But I thought, because it didn't really say when I looked up the first time. So, if you know how many years we got Fuller for, please let us know in the comments. That would actually help us out. Let's see here. We got. Okay. Now, okay. Thank you, Darius. All right. Now, the rumor is there's a team that's willing to give us a third-round pick for Kirk Cousins. Now, the question is, here's the thing, because of a trade scenario, you have to deal with money and, like how much money you're going to pay, how much money will they take on. And also, the other thing that no one's talked about, because I thought Kurt had a no trade policy. And the other thing I want to bring up, I don't know if that's an issue, because if he's going up to the owner and everybody else about, hey, either release me or whatever, they're probably looking at him going, if you waive the no trade clause, we'll look at it. As I think I would have done the same thing. I want to go back to Miss Pam's thing, that we don't have money, we're shopping at Aldridge. Look, we can adjust money. We can go to the cap and try to, do that like the Saints have. They can still get guys. It's the question of do you want to do that? And I feel like if it's me wanting to save my job, I'm pulling whatever I need to pull to do that. What say you guys? Because that's actually a bigger question. If you were in this situation as Terry, and you don't know if this is your last chance or not, what would you do if you were Terry? Would with signing players right now? These signings have not been anything where you're going championship. I mean, I'm being honest. I mean, we may be playing good, but I don't see it right now. But Ron, what do you think?
Me personally, I will redo Jesse Bates' contract and see can we get some money from him. And the corner, AJ Terrell, redo his contract, get some money from him. To me, it's a lot of good players out there that still free agents. Good players. I would go get Asante Samuel Jr. a corner.
Mm-hmm.
I would go get him. I would go get a center that just got let go from the Patriots. I would go get him. And, I mean, that's what I would do. But,
yeah. No. I got you, man. Kerry, what do you think? If you were in this position, what would you be doing? Because I think there is a way to get more money, but that's why I'm asking, everybody around the group here.
Yeah, I would definitely extend to restructure AJ Terrell and Chris Lindstrom. Those guys are pillars of your organization. You want to keep them long term. They're really good at their position and you want to keep them within the franchise. So why not extend them to restructure their deal to free up some cap because you're strapped for cash right now. And to your point, Terry doesn't have an extension. Even though he says not to sound cocky, but I'm not worried about my job. You remember that he said that in the
Yeah.
end of year presser. So, yeah, maybe that's true. Maybe you're not worried, but at the same time, it's almost like you're a PRN employee and you don't have a contract upcoming. Like your contract with your current, employer is ending and you don't have an extension. So, you kind of want to pull out the stops to get that extension, get that new deal. Otherwise, you're going to be out of a job. So to me, he needs to do whatever it takes to free up some cash in order to, maybe make some signings.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Ladarius, okay. So Miss Pam brought up this comment. I'm actually even going to give it a star because it's actually really, it's perfect. We don't have any money because we're shopping at the Dollar General. So, and then here, all right. So, what is, and I get it. There's no money for free agency, Miss Pam. I do understand. But what we're talking about is, you have teams that are strapped for cash. I mean, and also look at what the Bengals did. We'll talk about them in our debate section, but they paid two of their top receivers top money. And then, we also look at what happened with the Saints. They go and sign quite a few players by redoing contracts. So it can be done. But Ladarius, if you were Terry Fontenot, and we're just kind of asking the question because if this is a year where you need to really do your thing to really get this team over the hump, what would you do? What is your plan of actions?
Firstly, it's a great idea. I agree with what Ron and Kerry were saying about restructuring contracts, but I would also kind of look at your roster and see, do you have any viable players to move? Because at this point, listen, we know about the cash situation. You can only restructure so many contracts,
Mm-hmm.
and up to a certain point where, yeah, you can free up the money, but to me, you have to start looking at trade value. You know, are there outside of Kurt, obviously, are teams? I would try to put a feeler out there for Kyle Pitts. I would put a feeler out there for Tyler Algier. Not saying that you would potentially make the move, but you would see who was interested, because to the point where, listen, and down to the draft, and Miss Pam said, no, we will trade back. Trading back is definitely an option if we don't get what we think we're going to get back in a Kirk Cousins deal. So, the thing with Trey Hendrickson is it's the money. It simply put, it's the money. I think Trey Hendrickson is a great defensive end, but for Terry Fontenot, it's about restructuring and looking at your roster and seeing what you could get in a trade perspective, and kind of look and kind of see what you can fill the gaps in through the draft.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm the GM, what Ladarius just said is kind of my playbook. I'm looking at, on my team, who can I get something for? And if it's draft picks or if it's a player, I'm going to do it. I'm looking, and I know this is such a crazy thing to say, but Tyler Algier, I'm looking at him because we all say, oh, he should be playing. Well, trade him where he can play. And here's the other thing. Maybe he's good. Maybe he doesn't play well. That's not on me. I got to get something, especially if I'm not 100% that I'm going to re-sign him. Because, by the way, the reason why we're going to talk about the Bengals is we're going to be in this situation coming up. And I hate to bring it up because you got Bijan and Drake back-to-back years. Are you going to try to head it off at the pass, try to be, about it, or what? Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
See, I would try my best to go and sign Drake.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna We just seen what the Cincinnati Bengals gave their 2 top wide receivers. So I think he deserves somewhere in that ballpark right there. Every year he got better and better and better. So, in my opinion, Bijan, he been with what, 2 years now? 3 years? What?
This is his. I want to say this is going to be his
Third.
4th year or 3rd year. Okay.
Third
thank you.
year.
Okay,
Yeah.
Wow.
so we got another year for. Yeah, I will be talking to both of them
Mm-hmm.
and see can we go and sign Drake, go and get him out of the way, then work on Bijan Robinson. Since he's the face of mustard now, or whatever they try and make him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I would do.
Yeah. And got some more people here joining in, and look, I don't like comparing the Saints to the Falcons, but here's why I'm bringing it up. We're being told the Saints have been in cap hell, and that the Bills
Forever.
come up forever. I mean,
Ever.
and they're still able to find ways to get guys, and it just is maddening. And yeah, by the way, Miss Pam agrees with you, Ladarius. And then the GM, what did do see? Oh, good morning. What did do see Dub and the Falcon family? New era is here. Let's effing go. I hear you. Appreciate it.
Love it.
Yes, I love it. I love it. All right, let's talk because so yesterday there was a tweet that came out, and it got me thinking. For our debate, what would be a better show? A show about NFL mascots or a show about O-line coaches? So I'm asking the panel, just kind of the icebreaker here. So we're going to start with Ron. What would you prefer and why?
I would prefer O-line coachings. See how do they communicate to the offensive linemen. Though you cannot talk to the offensive linemen the same way. You got how do they approach them? How do they criticize them when they mess up on block or something? I really want to see that.
All right. What about you there, Miss Carey?
I'm gonna switch it up and say mascots because I think we have one of the best mascots in the league in Freddie Falcon. And yeah, I think that would be something fun, lighthearted. I kind of need a break from the heaviness of all the Kirk Cousins situation. I'm kind of tired of that, storyline. So yeah, I'd like something a little lighthearted for the Falcons.
That would be good. By the way, I love Freddie Falcon. I enjoy what he does. It's pretty awesome. Between him and Blooper, I want to say those are the best two I've ever seen. All right, Ladarius, the man, the myth, the legend. What you got to say? Got to break the tie.
Jeez, I hate it here. I got to break a tie on a Thursday morning. Because I like kind of both. To me, Matt, I would go mascots because I'm just curious about behind the scenes. In the context of preparation, we're not going to see who's under the mascot. I don't want that. It's just like the preparation and the hours. They put in a lot of hours, not just what we see on Sundays, but they community wise, daily. I would like to see something like that. Freddie the Falcon, listen to the top 3. A blooper. Listen, even I wish they would kind of do it for baseball too. I would kind of wish they kind of for all mascots are welcome. So I would kind of like to see that. But the O-line coach thing is very interesting. I like coaching curiosity. If they do a coaching one, I would like to see a head coaching one. I would love to see the the process. And we see it like on Hard Knocks, but I just want to focus on like 3 coaches as well. So I kind of split the tie. Kind of did split the tie. I don't know, but back
Well,
to you
you
in the
did.
studio.
Hold on, I gotta go here real quick. So I would, Ron. Someone just wanted you to let you know they would trade Kirk Cuzzo for a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos and a Dr Pepper.
No,
And,
that'd be too much for
yeah,
Coach
yeah,
Cousins.
yeah. Christy Lewis wants to say morning, everybody, and then
Morning.
Morning, Christy.
she sees Carrie is in here to keep the fellas straight. Yeah, we need Carrie. I mean, if Carrie isn't here, we're off our access. We got to be grounded with some Carrie. So Carrie, just know you are valuable here. We got to have you.
I appreciate that, guys.
You
Thank
know,
you.
it does feel weird not having you. All right, that was more of a kind of like an easy question because honestly, look, I would love to see one with the mascots, but I would actually like it if they just kept their faces clear, or like we don't know who they are, because that would be even better. But look, they do so much work, like Ladarius said. It's almost like you go, when you see all these players and everything, you always see them. It's like you go, wow, and you got to think it's the same person. But either way, I like an O-line. I like coaches in general. I would love to follow some of these coaches. I really would. I think it's like I saw the first quarterback series and I loved it. I fell in love with it. I mean, that's the only reason I actually was tolerable with Kirk Cousins. And I'm saying tolerable because I saw how he was doing stuff, and I just, and then when he was here, it made me go, oh, wait a minute, I remember this. So here we go. We're about to enter in now. Quarterback season 2. Basically, they did that to like rib the guys. So basically, it's going to be Joe Burrow, Jared Goff, and a returning Kirk Cousins.
Mm.
Now, some people are not fans of this, but what are you looking forward to seeing, and why? And here's the thing: you can even bring up why you don't want to see or why you're concerned about this. But please, I want y'all this is your session now. Get on the couch, talk to me. Let me hear you out. And let's go to Ron, then we go to Carrie, and then we go to Ladarius. Go ahead, Ron.
I don't want to see Coach Cousins. I didn't tired hear his name. Everything he done to us. I don't want to see the man. No, I know me. I don't want to see him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, the other thing, the season that you're going to see isn't this upcoming season. It's last season. So it's the season where he starts 6-3, goes on that losing streak, and then gets benched. And I'm going to go here. They will probably go over that off-season interview. And if so, I hope they find a way to have a camera on Terry when he watched and saw that him saying, "Oh, I was hurt." Oh, he's like, I was having a good day. I had a great BM. I got to smell the flowers. Everything was going good, and then this. But anyway, for all those Robin Hood Men in Tights fans. So, all right, Carrie, let's have it. Let's talk about it.
I mean, I'm really not looking forward to it. I don't like personally to relive bad memories. Like, for example, I've never rewatched that Super Bowl, and I plan to never rewatch that Super Bowl. So for me, last season, even though I was on a high when we were at 6-3, it ended at a low. It went downhill quick, and overall, it technically was a failure, I would say, of a season. So I just honestly do not want to relive that because they're going to show him swag surfing. They're going to show us all hype when we're 6-3, and then it's going to remind me like, wow, we really We really did not win the division. We really lost the division to the team we swept. It's just gonna be it's gonna be a reminder of something that I just don't wanna relive, that I'm kind of moved past, and I'm kind of excited for the future, Penix as the starter, new season for the Falcons, new QB1, and just a new fresh start, and I feel like that's gonna be reliving the past, and I truly don't wanna do that. The only thing I will say I am interested to see is if they go into, now in hindsight, knowing the whole injury thing, how he admitted he's hurt, or he was playing hurt. I'm interested to see if they kind of show anything like that since week 10 against the Saints when he got hurt. I'm interested to show or to see if they show, the GM, the head coach point of view from Terry and Raheem, if there's any inkling that he was hurt, if anything, in that regard. But honestly, like to Ron's point, I'm kind of over Kirk. I mean, he has no future in Atlanta, right? So it's like, I don't know. I'm just really not interested much to see much about him, honestly. I would kind of rather wish it was next season and they're falling around our, QB1 Michael Penix Jr. That I would be excited for that. So I guess it's just entertainment. So it's gonna make for good TV for a neutral. I would say that.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ladarius, what say you, my man?
Look, I love quarterbacks, but here's the thing. I'm actually more interested, to be honest, I'm interested more in Joe Burrow. I'm not interested in Kirk Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
I think following around a guy like Joe Burrow will be very interesting. I think the way his character, the way, to kind of Gary's point and to Ron, like I'm not. It's not that I'm not interested in Kirk Cousins. I'm just over it. It's to the point. It's like if I'm watching a show and I'm not interested, I just stop watching it.
Mhm.
And like if you're not doing anything in the next couple of episodes, I'm like, I don't care. The only real interesting point about Kurt is behind the scenes, and like I think and Miss Pam, listen, the injury. That's the point I'm more curious about, because that will be the tell-all. We've seen Kurt's life from the first season of quarterback. We know wife and all. All that's great and fantastic, but I'm more interested to watch. And quite frankly, Joe Burrow and Jared Goff. Actually, Jared Goff has an interesting,
Oh yeah.
journey in Detroit. I don't think he gets talked about enough. So Kurt, to follow him around, and like we know what we're getting from Kurt. I'm not interested. So, but if anything, I would watch for that and skip the parts about Kirk Cousins.
I want to watch it all because I watched it all the first go round with Marcus Mariota.
Mm.
And I was yelling at the whole time going, quitter. So I'm going to be able to watch the same thing. But now see, watching it made me go, I now know what I'm expecting. Raheem's going to be front and center, folks. Terry Fontenot will be on to it. Maybe Arthur Blank. I hope not. But if he is, you'll see him in spots at least. But the thing is, when they go through this 4-game losing streak after that hit, that's what I want to see. Because if Raheem keeps looking at him going, okay, you're good, let's play, and never really asking questions about Kurt, we're about to expose the head coach. We're about to expose the whole team or the leadership of the team for not one person doing the following. Kurt hasn't been right since this game. Joe Burrow is that dude. I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing Joe, and I'm looking forward to seeing Jared Goff. Remember, Goff had that 5 interception game where they won. So there's quite a few things we're going to be able to get to see in that. And of course, Joe Burrow with the team that, oh my God, I mean, they once they got their defense somewhat settled, they were able to make some plays and stuff. But when I think of the quarterback situation, this may not look good for the Falcons because the first season you had Mariota quit. Second season, this Kirk Cousins issue. And I'm telling you, I'm interested to see how they covered the offseason part because of the fact of what happened. Because there's a lot of stuff we didn't see. So I'm intrigued. Now, what or who's the person you don't want? Hold on. Who from the Falcons you don't want to see on QB2 and why? So it could be a player, it could be a coach, it could be somebody that you go, if he's on it, it's just going to make me cringe. All right. So, Ron, who is it and why?
Kirk Cousins.
Well, guess what? You're going to be cringing. But go ahead.
I don't want to see, after the lies he told, after we lost draft picks, after he not taking no accountability for what he done. Coach Cousins remind me of a spoiled kid that get everything he want out of life, and when you say no, he get mad. He be like, "Well, you gave me all this, but I still been bad, and you still let me have my way, and you never punish me." That what Coach Cousins remind me of, a spoiled brat. You got your money, and you still talking. You still talking, and you not worth a flip.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody dumb enough to get us a third round pick, what we waiting for? Get that MF out of Atlanta right now, ASAP.
I'm with you. All right. So, Miss Carey, same question. Who's like a Falcon, or it could be the owner, it could be anybody. Who do you not want to see on this thing or you don't want to see them like being interviewed and you're like, oh my God, this is just not good.
During the quarterback show, I mean, yeah, it's gonna have to be Kirk, but unfortunately, he's gonna be one of the stars of the show.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah,
there's no one I
exactly.
really so
So
that's
hold
kind
on,
of
hold on. So
unavoidable.
let's put Kirk to the side. We know we got to see him, so that's where we go.
Honestly, gosh, I don't know. There's really no one that I feel like off the top of my head that comes to mind that I'm gonna have an issue with really hearing from. I mean, maybe it could be Raheem, depending on, if they interview him and he says something I don't like. I don't know if anyone got a chance, a few months back to listen to him on the talk show where he mentioned, telling fans that he doesn't have to answer to them or explain himself to him to try to get their support after blowing the 6-3 lead of the, division, and that fans are living in the past. And that did rub me the wrong way. So yeah, I'm hoping that he doesn't say something like, as he did on that radio show, where it could rub fans the wrong way, because you want the fans that, be in support of you. So especially after how last season ended and you gave them all this hope and promise of winning the division and outrunning the South. So I'm hoping Raheem, now I would say he probably has learned his lesson from saying things like that, as well as not taking timeouts in crucial moments of a game. But this was, previously filmed, right? This is old. So this
Yeah,
was during the season. So maybe, Raheem maybe did say something. I don't know. So I guess if I had to pick someone, I guess I would say Raheem. Hopefully he doesn't say anything that, could rub fans wrong.
hold on. Hoping Raheem doesn't say something to sound bad. You go, oh God, it's Raheem. He's going to say something. All right, Ladarius, what about you, man?
Well, folks, that's my time. I'll see you later. No,
Don't leave me.
you know, listen, I gotta go Raheem Morris. Here's the thing. Like to what Kerry was referencing, and I said it on this show, it was like the equivalent. He basically cut a double bird promo. He gave the double finger to fans. Listen, listen. Yeah, he's a head coach. He's making, but this man needs legit PR training because I feel like the things that he says, he doesn't understand the impact of what his words mean because you are the head coach of this team. You're essentially a de facto leader of this franchise. And because at the end of the day, as long as they limit what he says, or just tell him, "Hey, Coach Rod, you can't say these things," because when you're asked a legitimate question, if a reporter, like if D'Orlando led, if someone with great credibility is asking you a legitimate question, you can't just give one of those Harold Hill, like those Music Man answers and try to tiptoe around it. Like nobody wants that. Like, listen, the timeout situation, dealing with Kirk Cousins' injury situation. That's the one guy I hope, in a way, I don't want to see talk. We're going to see him because he's going to probably say something else pretty outlandish. And like it's already done. And hopefully the fine folks at Netflix and Omaha Productions have a great editing team because he probably said some stuff that they couldn't even make it to the documentary. I'm not anti-Coach Rob, but he just needs to just, like I say, I just have a huge issue with him and sometimes how he speaks to the media, how he speaks to people in general. Like I said, he doesn't understand that words matter and impacts, and people look at you harder because you're the head coach. So whatever you say, and if that's how you feel about us or how you really feel, I mean, he's going to be on there, but me personally, listen, just have Fred the Falcon talk, and he doesn't have to talk at all. So and I'll leave it at that.
I love that idea, Ladarius. That's awesome.
I'm with you. I would love. You know what?
Me too.
I think they would have done a better show if they had Freddie the Falcon because he did a whole lot of cool stuff. But yeah, let me go here because you said something that really hit me. Both you, Kerry, and Ron. But Raheem is single-handedly, him and Terry Fontenot, is making, Ron, you remember how we said that the media needs to get tougher and we're done with the BS? They are bringing that out of this media.
Right.
I have seen more tweets from D'Orlando, and he's going in on everything. He is not giving any credit, no, he's going deep. This man is done. And Zeno has been in your face with all this. I'm not going to say steak. He's a grandstander. I can't stand it. But yeah. And the guys like Nick Cellini, Chris Domino, a lot of the sports ATL folks, they are calling out everybody because of the ridiculousness that is Raheem Morris. The guy I don't want to hear from is Terry Fontenot. I don't want to see him on the show because he stays on vacation after the offseason.
Right.
You don't hear from him. You don't see him. Only on, good moments. But when we, need answers, he's the invisible man. John Cena, you see him better than you see Terry Fontenot. So, and I will ask how John Cena's feeling. I won't ask how Terry's feeling. And my thing is this, Raheem, I want to hear from him because here's the thing. With everything that happened to us, we were 6-3. Yeah, we had a 4-game losing streak. We were able to compete with the Commanders. We win that game. We're in the playoffs. And Raheem stopped us. It wasn't the team. He just wouldn't call a timeout. He wouldn't do anything to help his young quarterback. And yet you're telling us, oh, Michael Penix is so good. I can't wait to see him perform. I can't wait to see him, learn how to win. How's he going to learn how to win, Rob, when you're won't help him win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was a close game where he needed his coach to call the timeout because he said it perfectly. Hey, coach told me not to worry about calling timeouts. He was going to do it. So right there, that tells you that, because he's a rookie, we get it. We're not going to get too
Right.
mad, even though you should let the quarterback call the timeouts. I mean,
Right.
but that was ridiculous. And then Carolina, you still had a chance,
Right.
but you didn't. And and then the excuses of we love the human being. Kurt's still on the roster. This is why the quarterback series 2, when they go over this, I really can't wait because you're going to see these lies get exposed.
Right.
I,
I,
I want to see who comes to Kurt's house because in one thing I remember vividly, and I'll let you talk, Ron, I promise, is the he had a lot of masseuses and people
mm-hmm.
coming to check his body and help him line up. And I was at first going, damn, that's dedication because you're doing that out of your own pocket. And then I'm going, wait a minute. You don't have to report that to the training staff.
Right.
So did he do the same thing? Because he could have,
Right.
get his own medical people to help him. And, he paying the bill, because think about how much money he's made.
Mm-hmm.
And not just that, but, he's doing it and he doesn't have to report it, but you saw what was happening. He wasn't the same Kurt.
Right.
That's why I go, I need to see. I want to see what's going to happen. Go ahead, Ron. I'll let you, and then we'll go to the next topic.
I got another person who I don't want to see on this show. Rich McKay.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll see this man. I'll be like, ooh, oh my God. What? Why you still got a job here?
I just want to hold on. If we see him, it better be the first scene, and that's it. Like because you know how you sign the press conference and you shake your hands and you see that. That's it. Like a line of people.
I mean, every time I see this dude, I just want to just slap this out of him. That what you good at? No, really. Rich McKay.
I'm not going to argue. Ron, go ahead.
You've been stealing money from us for way too long. What is you good
at? Yeah.
Just because you buddy with Arthur Blank doesn't mean you good. If you go back to what I've been saying, you did all that in Tampa Bay, and when you got here, you ain't did shit.
No, he hasn't.
You put your 2 cents in when we draft players, and you draft the wrong players. Oh, they're too violent. Oh, I don't like his attitude. Oh, I don't like his hairpiece. We cannot make no money off of him. We cannot put him in front of video camera. Well, have you looked yourself in the mirror? So what is you good at? I've been thinking about that all night long. What you good at, Rich McKay?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in the comments, can y'all tell me what Rich McKay good at?
And by the way, real quick, they said, what about that Desmond Ritter debacle? Yeah, everything is just awful when you think about it. Morning, good people. Birdcage. Yes, Mr. Ryan's in the house. Thank you, Ryan. Go check out Birdcage. They're going to have a dang good show lined up tonight. But yeah, we were just discussing the quarterback series with Kirk Cousins and how this is going to probably expose our wonderful coach and that quarterback. So let's go into the next segment because this is actually pretty interesting. So the Bengals, they paid Jamar Chase and T. Higgins some heavy-duty money.
Mm-hmm.
would you pay your top dollar for two receivers like what the Bengals did, and why? Or why not? You don't have to. But I'm just saying, what did you think of the move, and would you have done it? So we'll start with Ron, and then we'll go to Kerry and Ladarius.
50, I'm 50-50 with this and without this.
Mm-hmm.
I would pay Chase. Then I would pay T. Higgins. But another part of me said, pay Chase and forget T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
Though you'd always find a number 2 wide receiver somewhere.
Yeah.
To me, in my opinion, it's hard to find a number 1 wide receiver. Everybody's not no number 1 wide receiver in the NFL. So that's how I look at it. I would pay Chase, but T. Higgins, I would have tried to trade him.
All right.
And get something for him because they could use it on their defense. But they just made up. So.
All right. Miss Carey, go ahead and let's hear what you have to say, hon, on this.
Yeah, so I feel like the Bengals organization, Mike Brown, his kids, they felt backed against the wall. They felt like they had to make this move. They're known by the national media as being one of the cheapest ownership groups in the league, and not usually wanting to pay their players. I do think both T and Jamar deserve the bag. They're arguably the best wide receiver duo in the league, so they definitely deserved it. My thing is that Mike Brown and Katie, his daughter, the whole group of them, their back was against the wall because you had a quarterback who is playing at an MVP level last season, but because he has no good team around him, you're wasting his prime years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he basically, you had a triple crown winner as your wide receiver one, leading sack leader in the league and Trey Hendrickson, and you guys still didn't make the playoffs because every year they get a slow start. They can't win in September. So yeah, my thing is that I feel that they were kind of feeling forced into the move because Joe Burrow essentially said, I want both T and Jamar as well as Gasecki to stay because Gasecki was only on a 1-year deal. They did extend him for 3 years. I feel like they felt like they had to make their quarterback happy. That's their franchise quarterback. So yeah, I feel like that was the move that needed to be done. And unfortunately for the Bengals, they waited about a year too late to pay both of them because the price went up a little over $10 million. So yeah, Burrow would have probably they had to keep their franchise quarterback happy, to be honest. So it's basically a move that they needed to make.
Damn. All right. And Ladarius, and then I'll read Ryan's comment after Ladarius.
Sorry. Yeah. But I'm sorry, having a morning.
It's all good, brother. I got you.
Ideally, in an ideal world, you wouldn't pay the money for Higgins is a fine receiver. But the reality is this. In an NFL franchise, your quarterback, it's about making him happy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relationship when it comes to a franchise and a quarterback. You got to make them happy. And sometimes it's going to hit you in the pockets. It's no different than real life to some extent. Well, you got to make the person happy. And essentially, that's why this deal was done. Now, I'm not against it. I'm not going to say yay or nay. But like to Gary's point, timing and when you pay people is very important because the price tag can go exponentially up to the point where you're like, if I would have made this deal 2 years, to a certain extent. But at the end of the day, while the Bengals offense could be great, the ultimate question I have is how they're going to look on defense. That's to me the ultimate question. And penultimately, was it worth it? And to the to Mike Brown, they want to make Joe Burrow happy. He's easily listen. He's already on pace to be the best quarterback in your franchise's history. He took you to a Super Bowl. And if listen, quarterbacks have a lot to say, whether we want to believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Quarterbacks have a lot to say. Whether when you're in a certain echelon of quarterbacks, you have a say. We saw it with Tom Brady. We saw it with Peyton Manning, and you're seeing it now with this generation of quarterbacks, such as like Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, Lamar, et cetera, et cetera. So, would I do it if it meant keeping my quarterback like a Joe Burrow? Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where you do it now and you worry about the consequences later. So at the end of the day, that's my way to go. Okay, okay, you got right, so I'll stop talking.
No. I know. While you were talking, you actually kind of, when you said that, it actually mirrored what he said. But keep talking because I can wait.
Oh no. I don't want to talk too much.
No.
All right.
Well,
I got my Dr. Pepper. We're good.
Okay. Well, look, all I was going to say was, I get it, but I wanted to piggyback on what you were saying. It's going to affect the defense, and then that is where. Oh. Okay. Give me a second. I got something that just hit me literally while we were talking. But what happened is when you deal with something, like when you do something, it has a reaction to it. What about that defense? You're gonna have to look at that, and I think the number 2 quarterback I get. Hold on, Ladarius, check your message. I'm about to send you something, and you tell me if it's okay. All right? So give me a second.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll put my Dr. Pepper down.
Yeah. Oh yeah, one of those. So you just give me a thumbs up on that, and then
All right.
I will do. If you're cool with it, I'll do it. So I'll let you check that out and let me know if I can or not.
Oh no. Who's it from? I'm trying to.
Brian, his story.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to just do it without.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm so confused, but I'm here for the ride. Whatever's
I know
going.
this. I always say we're executive producers. I'm like, I just wanted
I just did the executive producer thing with Ladarius, but it's like,
listen, my name at the end of the show, like at the end of like Raw or SmackDown, my name's at the end of the show. Like you don't see me. It's like it's just.
Oh, okay.
I want to be on camera. Like, oh hey, get that camera out of here. No.
Right.
It's like, ladies and gentlemen, Lee Fit or no, not ladies and gentlemen, executive producer Ladarius Brown, and Ladarius does.
Wait, what? I'm in Taco Bell. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out.
Why do you do that to me?
Do I have a napkin?
I wonder if Hunter and or what was it when Cody did that? Hunter and Triple H went up to Cody and went, "Dude, you didn't have to do that to me." No. All right, so Ryan asked if he could come on for a minute, so I sent him the link.
Okay, now it makes sense.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
We apologize.
Yeah, we
like,
apologize.
No problem. I'm sure the viewers too were like, "Wait, what?"
Because the thing is, C-Dub always says like I'm an executive producer. I'm like, I thought he just said like as a title, like put him like on my taxes. Like I didn't mean it was a legitimate thing. Like,
right.
What do you do for work? I'm an executive producer. What do you do? I have no idea.
If anybody ever asked to be on the show, I like to ask everybody, but I mainly want to ask Ladarius because Ladarius, I don't want to, I always am just wanting to be safe and just ask. Oh shoot, wrong guy.
Oh wait, and the fact. Oh, I didn't know you had. Oh, Ryan can follow me. Oh, is he Ryan on Facebook?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he is on Facebook. Yeah, Ryan.
Yeah, I never got a met. I know. We'll talk. Yeah, listen. Sometimes when you're in the music business, sometimes it's I get.
All right, there he is. I see him. He popped up. All right. I thought I saw one emoji, and I was like, oh man, that emoji looks like it's the emoji looked like it was huh? When I realized, I looked closer, it was praying hand. I'm like, oh, no problem. So, all right. Sorry, Ryan. It was one of those. So, all
Yeah,
right.
I didn't know it was an executive producer. I thought it was just by name. I didn't know the actual thing to do. I was like, wait, what?
So, all right, Ryan. You said you wanted to jump in on this, so here you are. Come on in.
What's
Jump.
going on? I'm not even gonna be on long because I love what y'all doing, man. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button for this content, man. They putting great time and great effort and work into this right here. They definitely need these likes so we can keep these guys in the algorithm and get them some bread. But man, I don't know. When you look at the Cincinnati Bengals, they've been historically a cheap franchise. They've
Yeah.
never wanted to pay players. And for them to pay money to two wide receivers, not one, but two wide receivers to keep Joe Burrow happy. Because let's be honest, you let either one of them dudes walk, Burrow was going to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And Burrow has the leverage to do it. Because think about it.
Yeah.
New York has a quarterback need. Outside of New York, you also got to look at Cleveland at this point. Cleveland's got weapons. Joe Burrow would leave and go somewhere where he can play. But I don't think the Bengals would let him go to their pretty much in-state rival. But
I mean, Pittsburgh needs a
who
quarterback.
knows? All I say is you never know at this point.
Yeah. All right. So Ryan, you're here, so we can pick
Hmm.
your brain on this one. Quarterback season 2, they're going to go over it again, and just like last year or the first time they did it, it went over the year they played it. We're going to get 6-3, and then we're going to get this 4-game losing streak, and then we're going to get the wonderful craziness that we got at the end of the year with Kirk Cousins. But what it's like, what are you expecting? I mean, because to be honest, I was just telling the guys, and a lot of them were telling me too, and Kerry, this is
Hmm.
just going to look bad, especially with Raheem, who has pretty much now has made himself the bad guy now. Between him and Terry, they're thinking they did nothing wrong, but this is now look, it's going to explode, especially like Ladarius said. Let's look at that game where he gets hit. What happens after the communication
Well,
with Raheem? So, what do you think?
we also see that Kirk did get injured. So
Yeah.
even though a lot of us are, want Kirk gone, you're right. This shows a total, and I've said this before, it shows the total lack of incompetence. But as I said in Bumper to Bumper this morning, it's two words that I want everybody to understand.
Mm-hmm.
God rest my grandmother's soul, because them words came up today. Today's the anniversary of her passing, but and it's words that she gave to me: accountability and responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
You have the responsibility of, for Raheem Morris, putting this team in the best position to win. You have to take accountability when this team flounders and folds.
Yeah.
Has not done so.
Nope.
Terry Fontenot, to his credit, who we know he was limited for 3 years, his first 3 years here, because Rich McKay was pretty much running the show. I got to say this here for Terry having an opportunity to finally get to draft people that he wanted and try to make moves. Terry has made moves and he's tried. It might have not been the best moves right off the bat, but he's actually put effort into trying to bring stuff in here with this regime. Because no one wants to come to Atlanta. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm.
No culture. I mean, the money, when you look at where the money is going to be paid or whatnot, it's not going to be paid to certain players unless they're coming in off a trade. But again, until we have accountability and responsibility coming out of that front office and from that coaching standpoint, you're not going to get that type of great play on the field, because the players aren't going to be accountable. They're not going to be responsible because they're not going to respect the leadership that they have. Just saying.
I got you. All right.
Hopefully that answers your question.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Well, look, this is what we've always said. I mean, well, and here's a good question for you. For what we have heard from Raheem and Terry, have you noticed the shift with the media? Because the media has now and I'm going to probably shift it more local because they're more going after this than it was before. National media, we know Ra's going to put the charm on and try to charm people by smiling and everything, tap dance, but exactly. But when you see him in the natural selection he's doing, the local media has now kind of got him, where they're like, the past, what was it, Gary, that he said that he shouldn't be judged on how that was, or we're living in the past when we talk about last.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead,
Essentially,
sir.
on the radio show, they had asked Raheem, with how the season played out, you gave the fans high hopes to win the division, outrun the South, and you were at 6-3, basically had the division won, but you blew it essentially. And he asked Raheem, I felt like a very valid question. Because we know there are a lot of fair weather Falcons fans. Not everybody's a diehard like us, so there are going to be people who are only supporting the Birds when they're winning. And so essentially they asked Raheem, you know, please let us know, what could you say to the fans for them to continue to support you, that for them to believe that you're the guy to lead this team, to win and to be the head coach to win, to lead them to a Super Bowl and, win football games. And he essentially right away said, I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. And like that for me, that just rubbed me wrong because yeah, you don't have to do that, but you should do that because to me, you don't want to be on bad terms with the fan base. You should want the fans to like you. I mean, maybe that's out of pocket for me to say, but for me, I feel like you should want the fans of your team to like you, as well as the players. And I don't know. They always talk about Raheem being so well liked around the league. It's like, why do you want to rub your fans wrong, especially after they're already rubbed wrong with how the season played out, right? You lost the division to the team you swept. So there's already a bad taste in the mouth of how the season ended, and then you're going to go on the air and say, I don't have to do that. Fans are living in the past. They're woe as me. And to me, to that point, no, that's just not true either because nothing has changed, okay? So we still haven't had a winning season in how many years? So nothing has changed for you to say the fans are living in the past. It's the same thing. Same as Grady once said, same shit, different year, okay? So how can he just say that, fans are living in the past, woe is me? I mean, I thought that was kind of wild to say, but what do you guys
Uh,
think about that?
I get that every time I look at Raheem, I get that Arthur Smith vibe from him. Arthur Smith said the same old, excuse my French, the same old shit. All the fans don't know shit. They don't know nothing. I know everything. What did Raheem say? Oh, I don't got to be the smartest person in the room. Arthur Smith vibe. Both of them stubborn. Both of them think they shit those things. Now keep it 100. And I know to tell you what you need to hear, but not what you want to hear. That's the difference between us and other podcasts. On here, we tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So, Raheem, you on thin ice with me, player. You better get this shit right.
Oh, wow.
No ifs, buts about it.
You know what?
Well,
I'm just doing some executive producer stuff. I'm just writing down what Ron's saying.
Hold on. Give me a second. Hold on. Gotta go here. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. I'm sorry. I just realized I just forgot. I wanted to do this real quick for Ron. Ron, so are you gonna do this? Not one of you asked how I feel.
Oh, hey, it is what it is.
yeah.
I took a
It's
chapter
hard, though.
out of my OG book on the show right now. So I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Oh man, I
Wow.
like to get cheated. By the way, it's awesome. Go
Well,
ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say that's kind of hard to follow up, but you know what? I don't mind. I like the pressure.
Yep.
I'll say it. I'm a quote Blade. I'm gonna quote Wesley Snipes from Blade. One of my favorite lines in the movie, in the first one. Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Bang.
And that's when he killed the vampire. It's true. Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill. Normally, this isn't my language because y'all know I have a different decorum on the show. But this morning is just one of the mornings. You know what? It's time to drop. It's time to drop draws and just let it all hang. No, I apologize, Terry. I'm coming. I'm coming. Listen, I'm coming 100 miles an hour today. So you getting ready to hear the Sirius radio, the XM radio version of the historian. So it might be some stuff I say. So I'm apologizing in advance to you and the ladies in the chat. No, I gotta apologize early because I don't want nobody to get offended. But if you
It's
do,
all
I
good.
don't give a damn.
It's all good.
No,
No.
I
So
will
now-
say.
Brian, did you go on Twitter and see Miss Carey's response about a rumored Kurt
Oh
Mount?
No.
God.
No, I didn't. I'll make sure I check. But I'm gonna say this:
God.
when you talk about Raheem, and I said the two words accountability and responsibility a little while ago, I'm gonna tell you just like this: when you have someone that, here's the thing, as a head coach, truthfully, you really can't listen to the fans. You really can't because they're gonna be up and down, and it's not gonna be consistent. And a lot of the fans we have in this fan base are inconsistent anyway. Not saying the diehards. I'm speaking on the ones
Right.
that are up and down, just like gasoline prices of strippers on the Magic City pole. It's just what it is. But at the same time, I look at it just like this, man. When you speak on Raheem Morris, you speak on a guy that comes into a situation that needs to get it right. As a defensive coordinator, no one can take that away from you. You've been a solid D coordinator, but as a head coach, you really have to improve on what you've done because your first term in Tampa, everything you're doing now got you fired. You were a young coach that didn't know. Now that you've been around the league, you've got to observe what it takes to win not one championship, but two, because he was on that staff with Gruden and those guys.
Mhm.
You've gotten to see what that looks like. You've gotten to see what it looks like to lose a job. Like you've been around the league long enough to know. Now at this point, when it comes to Atlanta, you've got to be honest, man. You can't sit here and bullshit the fans. You can't sit here, and I'm talking about the logical fans that understand the game. You can't sit here and say that, oh well, they're pretty much. I don't have to. You don't have to explain nothing. Truthfully, I don't care if you do. But I'm gonna tell you right now, don't bitch and moan when we start asking for your job. When we start saying that we're not gonna pay ticket prices and to go see this team, because understand this, bro. You stand on the shoulders of many that don't get second chances that look like you. And yeah, I'm bringing race into this, and I don't give a damn. Y'all can sit back and get mad at me, but I'm gonna tell the truth. Black coaches do not get second chances in this league.
All right.
They really don't. Let's be honest. Tony Dungy got a second chance. Lovie Smith had a small second chance. And then let's just be honest on this one here. You get a second chance. Art Shell got a second chance. All the other black coaches never did.
No.
I'm sorry, and I can't forget about the late, great Dennis Green. But all these coaches actually won games. That is the difference. They won. Your black ass ain't won a goddamn thing. Let's keep this a book.
Preach.
The only thing that you won is being able to tap dance in front of a microphone like your ass is Gregory Hines or even one of the Nicholas brothers. That's pretty much what you do. And I'm not even going to disrespect them because, hell, they understand how to take accountability and responsibility for stuff. God rest their souls. Now, you on the other hand, until you really man up and really take ownership of your fuck-ups on this team, you're going to continue to see that players are going to walk all over you and players are going to do this. Let's be honest. Players like him because he lets them do what the hell they want to do. They don't have no true accountability in this locker room. Jerry Gray is probably the leg of the land law in this locker room, if you really want to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And when you talk about it, you didn't even give Jerry Gray a chance to be the whole D coordinator. You made him an assistant D coordinator. I know you made him the assistant head coach, but that should have been Jerry Gray's position to be that D coordinator last year because you saw the difference when he was stepping in. Everybody said, "Oh, well, Raheem did this." No, 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 no. Head coaches are nothing but managers. Let me go ahead and say this because we get people to come on my show to say this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Head coaches are managers. Their damn coordinators are the ones that's doing the job. And that's me pounding my fist on the table if you hear that banging in the back. Because I'm tired of these inconsistent fans that don't truly understand the game when it's right there in front of them. You have people that make excuses for this damn franchise, and it's time to stop making these damn excuses and start holding these guys accountable. And as fans, we need to be, everybody that wears Falcon paraphernalia and wastes money in those stands to watch these fools lose. You got to start being accountable and responsible for holding these guys in regard because guess what? They're going to get their paycheck on every Monday after that ball game. They ain't going to give a damn. You got to start calling this shit out. Stop defending the bullshit. If they're not playing well, they're not playing well. Stop defending it. I have folks that I deal with on the regular that say, "Oh well, I'm not going to badmouth." Fuck all that. If you're gonna talk about them, talk about them. It's just, well, I'm sorry, C-Dub, but I'm and Ladarius, I apologize, fam, but it's sickening that people want to defend bullshit. Stop defending it. If they play good, they play good. If they don't, they don't. It's okay to be truthful. It's just like castor oil. You need it to clean your system out and to keep you healthy. It sucks. It tastes horrible. But guess what? Criticism is just like that. It sucks. It's horrible. It hurts your feelings. It makes you feel awful. It tastes awful when you got to stomach it. But guess what? It gives you all the nutrients that you need to stay healthy and keep you going. That's all I got this morning, fellas. And Miss Carrie and crowd. Y'all check us out at 8 o'clock tonight on the Birdcage LLC. I honestly can't promise that the decorum might be there the way I'm feeling today. So y'all pray for me today.
Look, you first of all, before you leave, if you ever like to come on, you just hit us up. We'll get you on. But also, don't feel bad about the whole, what you call it? What was it? Don't feel bad about the language and stuff. Like I said, I'm drinking a coffee cup with Deadpool on it. That should tell you everything you need to know. So it's all good. So again, you are, you're welcome. You're, fam. We love you. All right. And like I said,
Thank you, Ryan.
Brian, you have definitely now have made something on the bingo card now. Dropping drawers now. So
hey, mate. Hey, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. Y'all please hit the like button if you're in the chat for these guys. Share their material and please help promote these folks because, as I said before, this is always good that they take time out of their morning to give you a little something to listen to while you're on your JOB or while you're getting to your JOB, man. So definitely love y'all. Y'all be easy. I see y'all tonight.
Thank you, Ryan.
Anytime,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Can't wait for the show. You make sure you follow the Birdcage guys and check them out. That's going to be a good show. They are always spirited. Man, I just wish, someone needs to tell Ryan, pull off, tell us how you really feel.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like what we tell Ron here. Ron, stop don't baby it. Just tell us how you really feel. All right. So Ladarius. Well, actually, so rumor is that, and I don't know, maybe Ron could tell me or Ladarius, or maybe Carrie. So there's a rumor out here about a possible Trevion Walker trade, or that Jacksonville would be interested in letting him go. So the question I have for y'all, is that somebody you would look at wanting? So let's go with Ron, Carrie, and Ladarius.
Hell yeah. What we waiting for?
I believe Ron has just spoken for the group. All right. Carrie, what say you?
I mean, that's an easy yes. He's only 24. He's still in his prime. He's still killing it in the league on, a defense that was pretty bad. He's from Georgia. He went to Georgia. He's Georgia through and through. But my thing is that I don't know. I have seen that rumor like you're saying, but it makes no sense unless it's just they don't want to pay him. But I don't see why they would allow him to walk. It doesn't make sense to me, honestly. Um, First overall pick. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me. And I have read on Twitter that that rumor started from like a not valid source. So I don't
Yeah.
even know if it really is true, but I have seen that all over.
Well, and I've also seen, what was it? Well, here's what I've heard. And it's basically Jacksonville has a new leadership, so
Mm-hmm.
they could be willing to let him go
Mm-hmm.
just so that, they basically but I'm like you, Kerry. I got the number 1 overall pick. I don't want to just let him go. But I can't argue the talent. He would be somebody. If he was on our team, I think he's the best player of our team. But that's just me. Ladarius, what say you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be an executive producer today. I'll just make my answer short and brief today. After Ryan, I just learned that I'm gonna be an executive producer. I'm just gonna say, look, hey,
Wait, what's
I'm
going
sorry.
on?
Yeah, you know what, Kerry? That's a great question. I've been here and I still don't know what's going on.
Okay.
Like I said, I just show
man,
up.
when he said that, and Ladarius's face just made me laugh so hard.
I'm like, my God. I'm like, I knew what he meant, but it's
Oh,
just because you know what it means, you don't mean you can't shake your head. But look, like I said, I'll be brief. Yeah, if there's a deal to be made, you make it. But once again, it boils down to what is and essentially what Jacksonville is looking for, and two, is the price tag worth making the move? Because when you're a top number 1 overall pick, and if Jacksonville looks like they're trying to, if there's an overhaul, because we got to understand Jacksonville has a top 10 pick, so they could easily, in a defensive heavy draft, could just draft Walker's replacement just like that.
Mm-hmm.
If they feel the need, like say if there's like a Mason Graham somewhere around that area, like they could grab him. So yeah, if there's a deal to be made, absolutely.
Okay, cool. Well, Ladarius, it's your time.
love it.
It is time for, well, before we do fact or fiction, let's open up for a rant. We're going to start with the one, the only Ron Thomas, because Ron really can get us going. Ron, what you got for your rant?
I got 2 people.
Uh-huh.
Felipe Franks.
Go ahead.
That's all I gotta say about him. There's enough time. Raheem, yeah, player, I'm talking to you. You cannot con a con man. If anybody know what that means, that old school. We know the game. If you don't get this shit together this year, you might be on the move, player. I tired of looking at you. I tired of you smiling, and I tired of you talking shit about the fans. I tired of it. And like Ryan said, you need to take accountability for your actions. Though you're not a good head coach. Whoever told you you was, they lied to you, player. They lied to you. And the bullshit you pulled last year, you better not do it this year because the fans and the media are already on you like flies on shit. No ifs, buts about it. If you don't change this thing around by the draft and by we win the games, I might be the one that driving the U-Haul to take you where you need to go. So that's all I got.
I so want to see that now. I'm just like going, Ron, I want to see that. All right. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for ladies and gentlemen, it is Fact or Fiction with your host, Mr. Laddie Daddy himself, Ladarius.
Oh, wow. That was different. I like that. The way you said my last name was nice.
Thank you. I tried.
I'm gonna take the carry approach. I'm gonna keep myself off camera. Uh,
Okay.
Wait, why?
I'm just gonna lean into my exec producer role today because
Okay.
He's
I
going to be
got
the voice in the
because I
back.
have nothing else of substance to add today besides these questions. So,
Oh, wow. That is
Well-
just not true.
well, to me it's true, but yeah, we'll agree to disagree. But that I'll just stick to being exec producer. I learned my role on the show.
It was a good thing.
Steve Double, is this your fault? Why?
I didn't do anything wrong. I just,
Hey, listen, I
He's
didn't say
learned his
anything.
role on the show, he said.
but
Ah.
Another one bite the dust.
I was asking him his opinion. That's really what I was doing.
No. Here, I'll just say this. I don't take it. I listen when you got personalities like when you got Ron on the show, we'll put Ron at the top, and then you got all of you. Listen, I like to be behind the scenes, and I like that being the on camera stuff. I don't add nothing of substance. Ron is good at what he does. I'll put it that way. He's very good at what he does, and so the audience comes for him, and then for me, I just show up and be like, "Yeah, where's catering?" And then that's it. I just make sure everybody on the set gets fed. That's all I do. And I slip out till about 1:30. But anyway, enough about me. That's about the questions. So we have 3 Falcons centric questions and 1 NFL related centric question.
All right.
So for fact or fiction, and Chad, you're more than welcome to chime in as well as with the panel. So our first fact or fiction question is: the Falcons will get their reported asking price of a 3rd-round pick for Kirk Cousins. Fact or fiction? Once again, the Falcons will get their reported asking price of a 3rd-round pick for Kirk Cousins. Now everybody jump at it at once.
Fact.
That's 1 in the fact column.
You know what? I'll say fact also because it doesn't have to be this year. It could be like next year. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dealer's choice. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna say after the draft, teams are gonna get quarterback needy, and they'll come a call.
Go ahead, Gary.
I'm going to have to disagree with the panel, and I'm going to say fiction. I just truly, when that came out 2 days ago,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, there's no way. Like, I just don't see it. I mean, maybe mid-season if a quarterback goes down and a team gets desperate, okay, maybe I could see it then, but even then, that's a long shot. And for me though, I don't even see us keeping Kirk as a backup as much as our leadership says they are comfortable with it. I don't see it happening. I think that they desperately behind the scenes are probably trying to get him off the team as far as a trade for now, before the season does start. So for me, it's fiction. I mean, I hope you guys are right because obviously that would be great for the Falcons, but I'm looking at it from a neutral perspective, and I would be mad if I was a fan of another team and they're giving a 3rd-round pick for Kirk Cousins. I'm just saying.
All right. So we got 2
All right.
facts and a fiction. I'm sorry, go your C-Dub.
No, I was just like, I hear y'all, and I still say fact because how quarterback. It's like this: if the trade waiver has been waived, okay, and we're talking about what possibilities and everything, I gotta look at it as someone's gonna make a move for Kurt. And not only that, we gotta remember if teams get hurt, people get hurt during the training camp and everything. So that's kind of what I'm banking on. And I do understand, would it be a 3rd round? It may be a 4th round, it may be a 5th, but it's
7th.
one of those
Okay.
I'm not gonna put out and say no way in heck. I could see a third round if that's what they're holding.
I,
I'm with you, John.
What John said. Oh, yeah, fiction all day, twice on Sunday.
I, I
That's how
could
I feel.
see Tennessee.
Tennessee,
And what?
who has the first overall pick in the draft,
Yep,
who is very high on Cam Ward.
yep.
Yeah.
They
Personally, I
also
don't see that.
want to want an older quarterback. They don't like Will Levis like that.
Yeah,
They
you know,
said
yeah.
they
I'm
said
Right.
he turned the ball over too much last year. They
Which
got
is
a new
why they're
head
going to
coach.
draft Cam Ward.
They got a new head coach, a new GM, and Will Levis not that guy. So
Right.
I could see, yeah, Atlanta Falcons. Mm-hmm. You want a third? Yeah, done.
No way. You really think so? I don't see it, honestly, because I've seen reports that they're very high on Cam Ward, and that's
See,
their guy.
see,
Well,
I think they want a bridge too. Like they want Cam Ward, but they also want somebody to mentor him. For a quarterback that been in the league for a long time, that's seen every defense in the NFL. So Coach Cousins, yeah, come on down. You're on the process right.
I guess I will say, just so we can get to the next subject, but is if you do this, it's more the question of it's more like this. Then that would mean they would be looking at possibly going after what's his name, and I'm trying to remember his name. It's escaped me. Abdul Carter. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they would draft Abdul Carter, and then go after him, and then from there you go wherever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's where I'm at. Is like, what is it that we're looking for?
Excuse me, Ladarius.
Go ahead, Ladarius.
Yes.
Are we able to ask your answer, or you're only gonna give the
Yeah,
question?
Ladarius.
What? They'll
I
turn into
always
a
like to know
trial.
your
My
input.
God.
No, because I always like to hear your input, but I know a lot of times you just want, in
No,
this case, maybe you just want to say the question.
yeah. No, I'll for the sake of time and flow, like C-Dub said, we're going to the next, question. So I'll just be an executive. I'm
I
being an
think
executive producer.
okay, man, I feel like the people really like your input, but
I mean, yeah,
I
but
respect
they're here for Ron. I'm just the guy that comes in.
No, they're
Oh,
not here for me, Claire.
I'm here to set up the crowd. Like, hey, ladies and gentlemen, here's Ron Thomas, and then I just go back into catering. That's what
They're not here for me.
I go back and play. I go play PS5 or order some DoorDash. But what are you looking at? I just wait till Ron's done with this segment, and I come back in. Keep the crowd going, and then I leave again. It's not a bad gig. They give me a golf cart too. Custom everything. Okay. Well, I'll just be quick and say this. For the sake of time. I think for Tennessee, the plan is Cam Ward. I think a lot of teams do prefer Cam over Shador. It's nothing based from a talent perspective. It's just from a comfortability, maybe just a schematic perspective for Tennessee, because Brian Callahan in his second year, he worked with Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, so he understands. He gave Will Levis a season, and obviously he didn't like what he saw from Will Levis from the vibes. So that's why you kind of see Will Levis on the market. But I would not be shocked because basically I think just to me it's down between Abdul Carter or Cam Ward. If you're the new Tennessee general manager who's in his first year, I think it's how you feel about Cam Ward, and can you pass up a guy like Abdul Carter? That's the question, because we've seen teams make regrets in that top three. So it's if Kirk Cousins is available, maybe they go that way. But I'm just curious to see where they go. Okay, so we can move on.
Thank you, Ladarius.
Anytime. So now question 2. Fact or fiction, Atlanta should pursue Jameis Winston or Joe Flacco as a backup once Cousins is traded. Fact or fiction? Atlanta should pursue a Jameis Winston or Joe Flacco. This is assuming that Cousins gets traded this offseason. I'll put it in that context. It's assuming that Cousins gets traded this offseason.
Give me the Joe Flacco for 200, please.
Absolutely. I like Jeopardy. I like how you did that, Ron. I appreciate that.
Joe Flacco or who else? Sorry.
And
Right,
Jameis, or what Ron said.
I was trying to. Well, who's the other one?
Crableg.
Oh, Crableg. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, God. Well, I've been saying Flacco for the longest time, so I'll stay with Flacco. So yeah, Flacco for sure. Crab legs, no.
Wow, you
Go
guys
ahead,
are
Gary.
like on the same page today, and I'm just opposite. I'm gonna say yes to crab legs. You already know crab legs are my favorite food. I'm trying to eat some W's. I'm trying to win, and I think he would be a solid backup quarterback, probably one of the best options out there. So, but I'll take either one, honestly. I'll take even, others that weren't even mentioned, anyone over Kirk Cousins at this point. But I will say not Desmond Ritter, just saying that's.
Oh, now why not?
I don't know what that was, but pretty good, Tito. I don't know what it was.
Oh,
I'm
well,
sorry. Yeah, that was the exec producer of me coming in. I apologize. Okay, so since we're all on agreement on that, it feels like, right, C-Dub?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm down with Joe Flacco. I mean, we're not asking. It's like this. I would get a backup quarterback anyway, just so that when it comes down to the game, when it comes down to spring training and everything, I'm putting Kurt in bubble wrap. I'm not worried about Kurt. I'm making sure, hey, Kurt, you stay where you are. We got this. And, that may sound crazy, but that's what I would do.
All right. And then we got John saying, "Can we sign Shane Falco?" Yeah, listen. If Willie Beeman is out there, I consider that too.
Now there we go.
Man, we can get.
Really?
Listen. If you think about it, Shane Falco does give up Joe Flacco vibes. So
He does. He really does.
he does. Yeah. Great movie.
Especially
The late great Gene Hackman. Great movie. I don't know how Orlando Jones got in that movie, but hey, I'm not in charge of central casting. So, somehow Hulk Hogan made movies too, and I didn't sign up on that either. But
that's right, brother.
All right. I'll take a glass of wine. Oh, there's beer here. No, I'll take a glass of wine. All right. Here we go. Question 3, the last Falcon centric question, next to last fact or fiction question.
Okay.
Atlanta will pursue a free agent center this offseason. Fact or fiction, Atlanta will pursue a free agent center this offseason.
Fact.
Yeah, it has to be.
Oh. Right. Well, that sound like a duo there. Sounding like the Righteous Brothers there. It's on the same page.
We need a center. Oh,
You all right, C-Dub? Did somebody grab your... Anyway. See? See? As a producer, I know when the pause mode comes and I stop it. See?
No dropping draws here, folks. Jesus.
Oh, boy. You know what? I'm going to keep that joke in my back pocket. So you and Ron are in agreement. Carrie, your thoughts?
Wow, I guess I'm literally not on the same page again. I'm gonna say fiction. Honestly, I'm gonna say fiction. It could happen, but this could be a hot take, but I could honestly see them drafting a center, like in a late round. Because just to be some kind of competition with Newsel, I also think we're not necessarily going to go after a free agent because we don't have money like that. But I could see, after roster cuts and during training camp around that time, maybe a player doesn't, make a roster or, during training camp, we pick somebody up to kind of compete with Newsel. I could see that. Um, but for me right now, honestly, no, I don't see. I think right now I'm gonna say no. I guess I'm gonna go with the trend of disagree.
It's all good. Though. We're not taking it personal. You're fine.
Consistency is everything.
Yeah.
You know what, John? We gotta. Jesus. No, we're not, John. No, we're not.
No, my pants are fully on.
No.
No,
Like the Rock
Oh
said. Whoa! You keep
whoa, no.
your pants. We're not gonna do the Rock deal like we're Rock keeping pants. No, we're not doing that. I'm doing the opposite. Let's keep those pants up in an upright type position. All right.
Yeet.
Jesus.
And sorry guys, I forgot to also say, maybe I don't know. I think I'm gonna stay to we're not going to sign a free agent to some, 1 year, multi-year deal like that. But because not just what I said about the money, but also because we have Gwyn on the team that we drafted. So maybe now that he was behind Dahlman, maybe they think he could also compete with Newsel. I'm not really sure, but we did draft him in 2023, so maybe it's time he could step up and compete.
Mm.
Oh, all right.
What? That's not a thing? I mean, we drafted the guy. He's on the roster.
No,
Oh, what
not
do you mean?
It's not you. It's Ron.
No, I know. That's what I'm asking for. You don't think so? Okay.
Me personally, I'd rather go get somebody a free agent than
Just don't know if anybody's really out there. The guy from the Patriots, but
yes. They come from
that's about
Georgia.
it.
Man.
I like the idea of drafting someone. I do. But again, I'm also looking at it as, what would be feasible versus not feasible. So it really just depends on how everything goes together. I like the idea of waiting till you get to the after spring training, you actually can pick up somebody or cut days.
Right.
So I'm not gonna go against you on that, but I'm just saying, because I honestly look at it and going, I can see it. I just now I don't know about Gwen. I don't know because my thing is this: if you haven't played at a point, I just don't know how much I can rely on.
Right.
Right. Yeah, to your point, I thought maybe they were going to look into signing Bradbury because of the, relationship he has previously being coached in college under our current offensive line coach, but he got scooped up by the Patriots, right? I believe so.
Yep.
Yeah,
Bradbury,
so
yeah. They're all being caught up. But yeah. So what's the? Did everyone answer? Just
Oh no, I was waiting for you. Listen, I'm just letting you guys talk and flow. Listen, I'm not going to add nothing. You guys are doing great. You guys are doing great. That's doing great.
I would like you to answer too, but if you don't want to.
No.
That's
For the
cool
sake of
too.
time, no. Because listen, I think everybody covered everything.
Okay. I would like you to be on maybe on what do you like your
What are we
perspective
laughing
though?
at? Okay, you know what?
All right, hold on, Darius. Give us your take because Carrie's not going to stop asking.
I know. No, if he doesn't want to, I totally respect that.
For
But
the
I
sake
do
of
want him to
time.
know that I appreciate like hearing his perspective as well.
Yeah.
For this. All right, Ron. All right, Matt. All right, Jesus.
Oh
right,
wow,
Jesus.
Ron.
Jesus, Ron just man. Matt Lock? Jesus.
You got my support, Ladarius.
Yeah, you got mine.
You know what? Listen. I hear it, but it's the action part that gets me. It's the. Oh yeah, they're saying it, but listen. I don't know if I see it. I'm not gonna lie. Hang on.
Really? Oh no.
Outside of you, Carrie,
Okay.
everyone,
Thank
they know
you.
who I'm talking to. They know who I'm talking
Okay.
to.
Mm.
Ron Thomas
D
Matlock over
double
there, and
Ron.
Hey, wait, how did I get involved? I'm just here for.
C double Matlock.
Hey,
C
I got
double,
one
C double
thing to
Carey.
say about that. Mm.
I mean, this is your show, C double, right?
This is our show. This is me, Ladarius.
Well, you know
Everybody.
what I mean. It's on
No,
your
you know
channel.
what? That's a
Sorry.
great question, Carrie. You bring up a very good question.
I got one thing to say about that.
Oh,
Mm.
here we go.
I have two things to say. Double up. Now,
I just hear some own get fine. So
listen. Hey, after Ryan's segment, that's what I'm here for too.
Brian's segment took us to another level, I think, that a lot of us wasn't expecting.
So, all right. So the one final question, non-Falcons related question.
mm.
Fact or fiction? Aaron Rodgers will be signed before Russell Wilson. Fact or fiction? Aaron Rodgers will be signed before Russell Wilson.
Fact.
You got a fact from Ron Thomas Matlock.
Mm.
I'm gonna say fiction.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I was just singing the Matlock song. I'm sorry.
No, I got you. It's catchy too. I'm gonna say fiction.
All right, so it was split room, so it looks like Carrie is going to be the deciding vote.
Yeah, Miss Carey.
Oh wow!
All
I
right,
can't just
Matlock.
go against both of you guys. Jeez.
Mm.
Um. Well, honestly, I want to say Aaron Rodgers would be signed first, but I don't know. I feel like he's in some dark hole somewhere. Can't decide. He's just contemplating his future. You know how he does, and he's just making all these franchises wait and wait, like he's some hot commodity in regards to who he wants to play for between the Giants, Steelers, Vikings already said they're out. They're good. They're on that. So I don't know. I really truly haven't heard anything about Russell Wilson, to be honest. Um I don't
New
know that the
York.
Steelers want to keep him because
New York.
they're
Yeah.
right, but I mean, isn't also the New York Giants are also interested in Aaron Rodgers, I thought as well. So, um, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go split on this. I'm really undecided. I initially wanted to say Aaron Rodgers will get signed somewhere first because that's all we're hearing about. But maybe he's just gonna be, on do not disturb in some tunnel somewhere in the middle of nowhere, and they're gonna have to just settle for Russell Wilson. So,
Mm.
Just settle.
Mm-hmm. John.
Let's see what John say. Aaron Rodgers. Oh God. Let's put it.
today's show has just been off the chain.
We have. This is. Hold on.
Wow.
Has anyone ever asked Aaron Rodgers how does he feel? Let's see here. All right, Ladarius, you there?
Oh yeah, I'm always here. I'm
All
here
right.
physically, mentally. I don't know, but
Oh,
I'm
well,
here.
he's for sure here.
I'm here. So, and that's fact or fiction.
Can
All
I
right.
please find out your opinion on that, Ladarius?
I thought I was going to sneak out the back door without answering the question. Okay,
Oh,
okay, Carrie. Okay, I'll do it for
thank
you,
you.
Carrie.
Thank
Proceed
you.
up. We'll talk after the show.
Okay, cool.
Like I said, I just feel like I've been more of an executive producer than Which
I keep
listen,
getting caught with all these strays. God dang it!
were you shimmying? What was that? Wait, are you all right?
I just got shot.
Oh,
You got
oh
shot.
wow, shot. This show
Listen,
has been
Got
wild today.
strays.
listen. An executive producer would never shoot another executive producer. I think, but now, I don't know. I watch a lot of crime stories. I've never come across. Like, listen, there have been more snipes from other people than me today. I think that's
Whew.
okay. To answer the question, I kind of I'm split, but if I had to give an answer, I would like to think that there's a market for Russell Wilson. But if Russell Wilson's playing the same game as Aaron Rodgers, then I think teams will legitimately look at Rodgers more than Wilson just for the sake of it. I'm not saying that's the right call to do because essentially it's the Giants and the Steelers. Listen, Minnesota's kind of out. I think they're probably more committed to just getting a veteran backup and rolling with a healthy JJ McCarthy. So if I had to say, I think teams are waiting on Aaron Rodgers. Whether we agree, disagree, he's 42. It is what it is. I just think that, to me, Russ still has maybe a season or two left in the tank. But I think teams are looking at Aaron Rodgers, given the way that, they saw something for the Jets on the back end he put on tape that could be intrigue them. So, not saying I agree with the assessment, because I would prefer Russell Wilson, but teams may see Aaron Rodgers differently than how we kind of perceive him. Then John's like, Aaron Rodgers, the water boy. He has to ask mom if he could play that foosball. Oh my god! You know what, John? Something's wrong with your medulla oblongata. That's all I got to say, pal.
The damn Calico.
Something's wrong with John's medulla oblongata. All right.
I'm not
Enough
wrong.
of me.
You're wrong.
Enough of me talking. That's fact or fiction. Thank you.
All right. Back to fiction.
Thank you, Ladarius. Loved it.
No problem. Thank you, Gary. I don't know how C-Double feels about it, but
All right.
See, no response. See,
well, I was kind of like thrown off by what you said because I was like, wait a minute, what did I miss?
What do you do? Wait, what? You're the
He
executive producer.
doesn't know you. Right.
You're the guy that has the stuff. I read. Oh boy, this is
embarrassing. Anyway, all right. Well, it's time for another rant, and we've got one from Miss Carrie. Carrie, this is your opportunity to voice how you feel about any of the sports world situation that's gone on. Enjoy and speak your mind.
Wow. Well, I don't really have any rants in particular, but the first thing that is coming to my head right now is that my rant is that I just want to make sure that Darius is seen and heard, and he knows how appreciated he is, and it's not just about him being executive producer. So, can you please, make sure we work on that C-Double because he's valuable to the squad here. Just saying.
He's like kind of like he helps me. He's like my backup. He's the guy that I rely on. So,
wait, he's not. He's the backup. What?
He's my wise man. I mean, he's the guy. So yes, he's important to me. I mean, Darius, do you not feel important to me?
I didn't get any of that. What was it?
Wait, what? I can't. I just don't understand.
Oh boy, is this man gonna? Oh boy.
Oh jeez. Ron's like, yeah, I'm gonna head out.
Where's Ron go?
Ron's like, dude.
Immediately stepped out. Right when.
I need to cry.
Oh,
I need to call my mom. Oh wait a minute, my mom's dead. Been dead for a long time. Oh well.
Oh wow, this show today has been too much. It all started with Ryan. You know what? I blame Ryan at this point.
Dropping drawers, Kurt. Listen. Let's see what John said. Ladarius C-Dub just called you Kurt Cuzzo because he said you were a backup.
No,
literally, yeah. You said he's like my backup. I was like, wait, what? He more so should be your right hand man, not a backup.
Yeah, that's what the wise man is. I mean, come on,
no. If you're saying Kirk Cousins is a wise man, we got to start reevaluating positioning on the show.
I was trying to, kind of back that up because not back.
Well, you're trying to back that up. Nobody wants that.
I was trying to take that away because I was like going, that didn't come out right. What I really mean is you're like the wise man. Because I've always come to you. We talk. Why am I feel like I'm on court when I'm?
But you did say backup, yes or no?
Whatever. Yes. You're not my backup.
Now we're whatever me live on. Okay. All right.
You are my best friend. How about that?
See, now with a best friend as your backup, I don't know how to feel about that either.
No backup. you are my homeboy.
But Carrie heard it. John heard it. I think I partially heard it. So
I feel like there ain't no way I'm gonna be able to talk.
listen, hey, that's what you signed up for. I mean,
golly, I'm like,
well, listen, CW, you're a good man. You're a good man. I'll say you're a good man.
You got me wondering now.
Listen, hey, if you question, listen, that's not my department. You go to doctors and stuff. Find, that's not my. It's not my thing.
Doc, what am I doing wrong? Everything. You're doing everything wrong. What? Oh, Lord help me. All right. So the good thing is, if I haven't offended anyone already, there's no way I could defend anyone else at this time. So let's see here. Yes, March Madness is here. So are the brackets?
Are you sure about that, CW? I mean, are you trying to have a hold my beer moment about offending someone?
Oh, trust me, I can always offend someone. It's not like it ain't that hard. But I mean, I'm just like going. I'm the kind of guy that accidentally offends someone, and I still will keep offending, and I won't know what I'm doing. March Madness is here, so
I know the type of dude that call it like I said.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Convenient. You show up now, Ron, after I was just trying to get y'all to back up our guy Ladarius here, and then you just convenient come back on after I change the subject and say rant over. Wow.
Well,
Okay.
I had to go do something,
Okay.
See, double the way it's going. All right. So let's see. Apparently, my demise is coming. All right, great. All right. So look, let's see. That and the Falcons are giving their fan base reasons to drink. Yes. All right. Let's go to Ladarius again. We are going to get a rant from him.
Okay.
Maybe to see how bad I am, but either way, let's hear.
Wow. You know what? Jesus,
wow.
I feel like I'm catching strays. That's all. So
you just threw me astray and I didn't even say anything.
I didn't do nothing. I just said, all right, look.
You assume I'm gonna say something negative about you. That's man.
Either way, let's hear because I wanted to hear what your rant's gonna be.
Man, he's got to upgrade my. All right, Matlock and Perry Mason.
These two are on fire today.
Jeez,
wow.
Exactly. The Incredible Hulk. I'm getting Jesus. Yeah.
Look.
Deadpool and Wolverine over here. Just Jesus. I thought you guys were the heroes, but now I don't know. I don't know. Man, I need to watch that movie again and be like,
look, and long while he be the head coach on their team, I'm gonna be like that.
And then I suffer from Ronnie Thomas Matlock because all right, that's fair. That's fair. Did you hire him? I didn't do anything.
Oh my God. Let's go. I'm ready. Let's go for it. This is awesome.
So, is it my time to?
Yes, sir. Yes. Hold on.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Wow. Okay.
That feels weird now. The music. I forgot to dance. I assume Carrie danced. So now I can.
Me and Ron did too.
No, I see Dove. Hey, buddy. Look, I saw you.
Thank you.
And you are appreciated.
Appreciate you.
I missed it. Can you do it again?
No problem.
Thank you for that. That's awesome.
Oh man, if this show was on any rails, it went off about 45 minutes ago.
It all started with Ryan. I'm sorry. I blame Ryan.
This is why I take the bus. We take the train, man. It goes off them tracks. Yikes. Nope. I seen Passenger 57. No, anyway, it's nice in on that train. I'm not on it either. Why? If he can't save us, then who will? Anyway, but my rant would be brief. It's something that it kind of Ryan touched on, and it sparked up something I think I talked about on this show a while back about head coaches, specifically head coaches of color. And I talked about we have conversations about how we talk about coaches and how we just have those conversations in general. It's one of those things where it's one of those things where when we have the conversations, like we talk about Raheem Morris, and Ryan mentioned something like coaches of color getting second chances, and I think the reason why I feel about Raheem Morris is that first of all, I want all coaches to succeed, like to be clear. But what was that, Ron?
No.
See, I don't interrupt nobody's
Ron,
stuff.
don't interrupt, man.
No. Okay, folks, that's my rant. We'll see
No,
you
I
next
want to
week.
hear. Come on.
No,
No,
it's done.
come on.
It's done. It's done.
No, I want to hear it.
No, it's good. It's all
No,
good.
I
all
want to
good.
hear the rant. Ron, apologize.
What?
I'm
know,
sorry.
Ron. No, you're good, Ron. It's not your fault, Ron. It's not your fault. No, I'm good. I'm good.
I'm sorry.
No, you know, Ron, you're the best, man. I mean that. You're the best. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's all right.
No, I was actually wanting to hear it.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Look at me. Well, you can't look at me. Just look at my picture that's talking.
Hold on.
Wow.
Please.
And that's the. No, I'm good. I'm good. We're reaching 2 hours on the show. I'm good. I don't want to take up any more time than I have.
That's fine. That's what we do.
No, listen. We're arguing. We're arguing like a couple on the air. I think this is not good.
I want Raheem Morris to fail. That's my
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah. You know what, John? All I gotta say is, what a surprise! What a surprise!
You know what's sad? That is what happens now. Is that Raheem has made himself like, because I know when he got hired, I was okay with the hiring. I don't know about y'all, but I know I was.
Mm.
And then he hired his friends, and I'm like, man, I don't know about this. And then you saw how the season unfolded, and it was about him. And where I was hearing everyone saying he's learned from his mishaps and all this, and I'm going, has he? And now here we are, year 2. And I feel like, if anything, he has made more enemies with our media, who I think all of us that follow the Falcons, let's be honest, the media doesn't really go after the coaches like they should here. You know, and, maybe a couple of DJs on, 92.9 or maybe at 680. But for the most part, a lot of people don't really go after anybody. Everyone's like, hey, give him time, give him time. You turned this, Raheem. So, and now you have fans wishing you did not succeed, which in detail means they are hoping we don't do well. That's awful. So, look, say what you want. Say, and hold on. Let's remember, ladies and gentlemen, he cost us a shot at the playoffs, and he said the fans were the problem. That's the other thing. Guys, I don't know about y'all. I still cannot get over the Commanders game. That is what killed our season. It wasn't the Kurt Cousins injury. Man, I put Kurt Angle in the problem now. Kurt Cousins, because you had a chance to get in the playoffs, and you didn't, because your coach wouldn't call timeouts. And then you want to blame those players, saying, oh, they weren't fast enough. Bro, you had plenty of timeouts. You could have called a couple. Bro, you had the playoffs in your grasp, and you literally just did this. Just dropped it. So this, I don't know where this bravado and this ego of I'm right, you're wrong is coming from. But Raw, this ain't playing. And, I had a rant for something else, but this is, I guess my thoughts will be this. The Quarterback 2 series, I look forward to watching, because coaches are vital in these. The interactions with the quarterback, the way they talk. You're going to see how the Bengals talk with Joe Burrow. You'll see how the Lions talk with Jared Goff. The reason I love quarterback one series so much, not just Kirk Cousins' role, Kevin O'Connell. I can't wait to see what role you play, especially after he got hurt. And all of a sudden, we couldn't do anything right. And look where we were. You costing us a playoff. C-Dub, I love my Falcons. I just don't like Raheem. I love my Falcons always and will always. Yeah, John, I am with you. I will always call it like I see it. And I feel that same way. I want my Falcons to do well. But when I see gross incompetence, it aggravates and makes me angry. And the fact that I wanted so much to get, it's like, okay, I understood why people didn't want Belichick. Then get Raheem. He was, I thought, the next best guy. I didn't want a new guy coming in. Now I feel like, man, we should have just gotten a new guy because this guy sucks. So that's just my thoughts on that. We're going to do shout outs and call out. What, Ron?
I'm not gonna lie. I want to be a Belichick because he will take accountability, and when the players mess up on the field, he will basically punish them. Though we've seen it before, a corner that did something, and he played in the second half of the Super Bowl against Seattle. So that let me know he will take accountability, and he will make sure that player will take accountability for their actions. We don't see that with Ryan. Well, I cannot say we. I will speak for myself. I don't see that from Raheem. When a player do wrong, he don't make them take accountability for their actions. Better yet, who make Raheem take accountability for his actions?
Good question.
I said once, and I'm going to say again before they put, to the day they put me in the ground. I will always be a Falcons fan, but Raheem got to get the fudge out of Atlanta ASAP.
Oh, I got you.
I don't like nothing about Raheem no more.
Can't argue with you. Yeah.
When you call out the fans, they let me know you're about yourself. You've been about yourself. You've been that car salesman. You know you got a putt on the car lot, and you know that putt not worth a damn, and you still trying to sell it.
All right, guys. Let's go into something fun or our call outs and shout outs. Carrie left us. All right, it's all good. Let's see here. Let's remember Raheem first year here he got fired. Like at the second year he's on the brink of getting fired again. Yeah, exactly. So let's just go into our shout outs, and we want to thank Carrie for being on the show with us. And really do appreciate her a lot. Want to thank what she does. I want to thank everybody that was a part of the chats. We had some really awesome chats here. Love the Dollar Gen. Oh, Carrie's back. Awesome. So Carrie's back. We have the.
Sorry, guys, about that.
Oh, you totally fine. Don't worry about that. It's all good. We're about to sign off, so here we go. We're gonna just wanted to take acknowledgement to our people. John Brooks, thanks for the moment with the Amore from South Carolina talk. Kind of started that. Joe Burrow is a beast. Burrow would have left, as the Birdcage talked about with Ryan bringing that up. I love John's analogy of Paul Heyman, the wise man, always working in the, doing great scenes and everything. And then Ladarius with the best line also. I did not have dropping drawers on my bingo card. And then again, we
Oh
signed Shane
man,
Falco.
not that again.
So, well, I'm just saying, those are the ones that made us laugh
Yeesh.
and had a good time. So, shout outs. Let's start with Ron, or shout outs, and also where to find you. From Ron, Carrie, and then Ladarius. Let's start with Mr. Ronnie Thomas.
Shout out to all the fans. Without y'all, we would not be doing this. Like and share the show. And shout out to my better half, my wife. Make me go hard every day. And she stood by me. So, and shout out to all my haters. I appreciate you.
Not the haters.
I appreciate you. You know who you is. You know who you is.
Oh wow.
So,
The haters are
Stay
even
humble.
getting a shout out today.
shout out to the haters.
Haters gonna hate. Now I got that song in my head now.
Oh wow.
Oh, Ron, you're awesome. I love you, brother. All right. The one,
Jeez.
the only, Miss Carrie Lane. Here we go. There we go.
Yeah, shout out, sorry, shout out to you guys. I appreciate you, Ladarius, C Double, and Ron. It's always fun to do the show with you guys. So much, things to talk about. So I do appreciate you having me on. To Ron's point about shout out to the haters. Because why not? You got me in the spirit. I literally, all I did was quote tweet that Kirk Cousins is going to be on the new quarterback show. And I had some troll come under my post talking trash about Michael Penix Jr., which, mind you, I'm not about that because that's our future guy. This guy, I swear it has to be Kirk Cousins. I finally just said, all right. Have a great day, Kirk Cousins burner account, because this guy is he says that Kirk Cousins never lied. He bashes the Falcons. Like, he is just, I don't know. I said this must be Kirk Cousins' burner account because the way he defends Kirk, but how it ended after I said, all right, Kirk Cousins' burner account, have a great day. And he told me, honey, go get your nails done. There are plenty of girls that know ball, but you aren't one. So I just want to shout out this guy because, honey, why don't you go get your nails done? Because for one, I do know ball, and for two, like, why do men always resort? Not all men, okay, but many men, especially on social media, they resort to that just because I'm a female. They just say that I don't know what I'm talking about in regards to sports. That's just not true. Women can know sports too. It's not just a sport for men, okay? That narrative is just so old. It's so frustrating. But yeah, I'm gonna shout out that Kirk Cousins troll slash burner account because wow, he called me honey and yeah, told me to get my nails done,
Wow.
which yeah, whatever. And mind you, this was a post about just all I said was Kirk Cousins is gonna be on the new season of quarterbacks, and he just came in there bashing and yeah, I don't even know. He doesn't even follow me, but for some reason he keeps finding all my posts and just comes there to argue or bash Falcons and back up Kirk Cousins that he didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, shout out to that guy. Not in a good way though.
Wow.
Pow pow!
Right, I need Ron's like sound effect.
Bah, 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 bah.
Right. I couldn't
Carrie
believe
just
that
kicked the door
guy.
open and
Like,
played the
wow.
Batista music.
Oh,
And,
because I was like,
and from the Harlem Night movie, pow.
Yeah.
right. It's just like, oh, because I said Kirk Cousins is on quarterbacks, and just because I asked the guy, how did the Falcons lie compared to Kirk Cousins not lying? Like, how does that mean I don't know football? Like, you don't even know me. It's just so wild, things people say on the internet. But
You
yeah,
don't even know me. You don't even know me. I'm sorry, I just said
Miss Carey, you need to go tell that hater, pow, how you like me now.
right. It's like, wow, I couldn't believe that. Like, oh, resorting to go get your nails done. I'm like, oh, wow, but okay. I'm not even
never
like, I don't even
thought
get my
I would
nails
ever
done.
hear someone go, you know what? Screw you and go get your nails done. Hey,
Look, I
Right.
never heard that one.
Yeah, John said it could be Vince McMahon's burner account commenting on my post. Maybe. I don't know. I thought it was
No.
Kirk because this guy defends Kirk with
Hold on,
everything in him.
I'm going to tell you, it wasn't. It was one man, and we all know who it was. It was Raheem, because that no one loves Raheem harder than, or loves Kurt harder than Raheem.
Mm.
I didn't think about that. I don't
Yeah,
know. It
I mean,
could
he
be,
loves that human.
Mm.
but yeah.
Think about that. You know,
So I
it's
I
all
do
about.
want to shout out all the men that do support women in sports. Special shout out to Ladarius. He's always tagging all the women in sports on Twitter. And, there's so many great accounts that you can follow that, women in sports. So, yeah, football is not just a man's sport just because men are the one who play it. I'm just saying.
You tell it,
Yeah.
Miss Scare.
There's a lot of talented women out there that know sports and really, give some great insight. And it's sad when people try to play the you don't know what you're doing. It's like, come on.
Because you're a female, it's like, wow, like it's just so low. It's like you have no better like comeback just because I'm a woman. Oh, you don't know football. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's almost like, yeah, well, you suck. Real okay.
Right.
Really?
Not hard.
I'll be like, really? That all you got, player? Mm-hmm.
Or you're fat. Oh, thanks for telling me. I did not know.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you for telling me something I don't know already.
I mean, yeah. And like I said, Carrie, I think I look at you, and yeah, Ladarius has so many great people that that cover sports, and they do amazing with it. So yeah, I think you guys. I know Chocolate Girl also. She gets some love too because
Mm-hmm.
you see how she covers. It's like this: if you love what you do and you're into it, there's no reason to, for someone to not enjoy it. Push what you want to push. There's nothing wrong with it. So I just, yeah, folks like that, I just kind of look at and I go, really? So, man,
Right.
haters edition. This was fun. You guys made me laugh on that one. All
That
right,
was
Play the
so good.
ball.
the man behind the curtain. You know it. He's your friend. He's my friend. He is the one, the only Mr. Laddie Daddy.
I'm dancing. You can't see me, Ladarius, but I'm dancing.
Yeah, Gary was dancing, but you couldn't see behind the scene. And look, Ron was on his head. I was shimmying. So there he is.
Yeah, I know. I'm here. Still
You
off
sure?
camera. Look, Ron, that's a great point. Listen, I'm here, but I'm not here.
Shh.
And after the things I've seen and heard today, makes me wish there was a Lon John Sills around me because that's. But anyway, that's a personal. Well, I'll just be quick. I just want to thank all of you here on the panel. Ron, Carrie, C-Dub, thank you all to the chat, all the love and support that you give us. It means the absolute world to me, and I assume to others as well. And more, just thank you for tolerating me. So to the panel and the chat. So to all that you guys do. So thank you.
We love you. You are one of our. You are the greatest of guys that I can ever count on. I appreciate you. Your friendship's always great. I mean, and I'm not. I'm just saying because you know, I will say there are times I'm down and I feel like crap, and you have helped me feel better. Ron has done the same. I mean, Gary, has at times too. I mean, I needed a laugh or I needed something to laugh at because I was actually in a pain spot where yesterday I could barely move. I saw that comment and I thank God because that actually got me laughing.
I'm
So
so
it wasn't,
glad.
I wasn't crying in pain like I was the past few days. So, yeah. So, Ladarius, thank you so much for being you. Whatever is going on, just know we have your back. We love you.
Mm-hmm.
And you are probably one of the best friends. I think I know I could say. I know everyone else will say the same too. Because you're one of the best guys out here. Man, quietness. I didn't expect that. It's
Sorry,
okay.
I didn't know if Darius was gonna say anything because I didn't want to
Me
talk.
too.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh no. I'm just being quiet and listening. No, that's
Oh,
like I said. I'm just being in quiet mode. So
okay.
oh,
Well, just so you know, John Brooks was also saying that you guys made me laugh today, or laugh because I suffer from depression, and you guys made me forget about my depression.
oh, that's awesome.
If we
Not
can
that
do
you have
that,
depression, but that we could help you. Sorry, that is not. I just want to clarify that. I'm sorry.
hold on. I love how Gary said that's
No.
awesome. Oh,
Well,
I mean,
no,
Yeah.
it's I realized that after, like, gosh, let me just be quiet. I'm
no,
sorry.
Carrie, you're fine. It's fun. Okay, we're having fun. We're not making fun of anyone. That, but yeah, that's what Look, I suffer from depression. I think a lot of us have fought these things, and it's hard to ask for help. It's hard to look at someone and go, hey, I'm going through.
Right.
But I will say, if you ask for help, or you just talk to one of us, reach out. We're here for you. We're not gonna judge you. We're not gonna make
Right.
fun of you. We care.
And we don't run away from our problems.
Yeah. And look, and what I've told people, man, when it comes to depression, it's no joke.
Yeah.
That will, drive
I think
anything.
I got the one that will alternate.
Okay, there we go. You there, Ladarius?
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm just here in listening mode. I'm just working on stuff, and I'm just
No,
listening. I'm just being quiet. That's what I'm doing. I'm just being
Sorry,
quiet.
I could hear you. But...
yeah, we were hearing you. I was like going, okay, am I?
Yeah, I'm just organizing something for videos because I'm. Well, that's not important. It's not important. Yeah.
Stop doing that, Ron. It is.
You see, to Ron. See, that's why I didn't say it because Ron. You see, this is why. Yeah, we're good.
Ron, it's your fault.
No, it's nobody's fault. I'm just gonna go back on mute, and I'll be here, but not here. I'll be here.
Wow.
All right.
Okay, sorry, Ron. It's not your fault.
All right. I want to shout out my haters. No.
Oh, please do. I mean, that's a trend. So go ahead.
That was funny. Look, we went through a role where we were shouting out haters. I was like, this is hilarious. This is better
I
than
wasn't gonna do it, but Ron said, I'm like, you know what? Actually, it was
What?
fresh in my brain. That happened last night. That guy told me, honey, go get your nails done. You don't know football. So,
But I looked at it. If you're not doing what you do best, then you don't got no haters.
Yeah. And not only that, Carrie, look.
And you know your thing, Miss Carrie. So
And not only that, but Carrie, I gotta say this. Miss Carrie, she knows a whole lot of stuff, folks. If she starts talking sports with you, consider yourself privileged because of the fact she don't BS stuff. She knows it. So that's what cracks me up when I hear, oh, well, go get your nails. I'm like, dude, who the hell are you thinking you are?
yeah.
yeah, he's just stereotyping me. I'm a female. I'm gonna get my nails done. But spoiler alert, I don't get my nails done. So yeah. I don't know.
You know
Anyway,
what? Look, and if you did, it's not his business.
right? Like,
you're not
I didn't
asking
even
for money.
reply. It's not even worth it, I know. It's like, oh, okay. You call me honey now. Like, are you paying for this, or
Mm,
should I request some? Or,
Or what you should have said was, "Oh, you calling me honey? So does your wife know?
right?
mm.
Like,
Oh, or
yeah.
does your mom know? Because that would have been even funnier. But yeah,
Oh man.
I
Hey,
just
Millie Mills.
what's up, Millie? What's up, everyone?
Oh, John said he's never heard Ladarius this quiet before.
Well,
No.
look, I also know Ladarius has been having was having some issues with work, and
Okay. Yeah.
so I'm not, it's just, how we all have different challenges sometimes, and it takes
Right.
focus.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm guessing. So.
Are you speaking for him, or can he?
Yeah.
No, I'm just.
You doing a great job. No, keep going. Keep going. This is great.
I was just saying. Okay.
No, it's. Go
go
ahead. No, you're doing great. I'll go back on mute. I'm sorry. I don't want Ron to. I don't want Ron to give me a again. I don't want another because I think if I get one more I think I get a free ice cream cone. So I don't know. I don't know.
Right.
This is embarrassing. How am I going to end the stream? No, no. I didn't know. I mean,
Well, no, well, I don't want to put
I
my
didn't
stuff
want to
up.
say
No,
it on
I
the
just.
show. I was gonna,
Well, no, I'll just say this, and I'll go on mute, and then I want before I get another
Ron, don't get any ideas, please.
just something to the fragile ego that's no, it's just I've learned doing the show, and I'll just put it out there. I've learned sometimes it's just best to be quiet and let everybody else do their thing. So I'm always here, but like I said, we have a lot of personalities. I'm not gonna say so that's why
you,
today
Ron.
quiet. No, like you three are doing great. So I just felt be silent. And see now since Ron's laughing, then I can put myself back on mute.
Ron. The timing is not good, Ron.
Back to you guys in the studio. I'm on vacation. No, I'm okay.
Okay. So look, I'll just wind up the show here for all of us. I want to thank everybody, Carrie, Ron, Ladarius, because without these three, we don't do a show. And it really is awesome when we have Carrie around, when we have Ron, when we have Ladarius. Ladarius is the vital part to our show, just like Ron is, just like Carrie is. And I am appreciative of all of y'all. And look, we have fun. And if you're having fun watching us, man, thanks. Because that's what we want, y'all to feel, that you can come here and enjoy yourselves. And enjoy the camaraderie, enjoy the crowd, enjoy what we do. Keep it going. We'll keep talking. We'll keep having fun. But I just want everyone to know, thank you so much. And, look, to the haters, you're going to hate anyway. The Ladster. I like that. We need that might need to be a shirt eventually. We need to come out with stuff like that. I'm not a vital part, just an executive. No, you are vital. Vital. Don't tell me you're not. No, you are more than an executive producer. You are more. You are on the upper tippy top of the mountain here, pal. So, watch. I just got in trouble for saying that. But yeah, we'll come together next week probably. If it doesn't happen, just go on the channel and I'll write a note or something, and we'll just maybe meet up another go round. But the wrestling's still going. Me and Ladarius are covering it. We can't wait. Hey, WrestleMania season it's in full swing. Buckle up. We had John Cena cut his first heel promo. That was fun. Check our reactions to it. And no, we're not going to swing a metal spike into your back like someone did to John Moxley, which was ridiculous. But I'll talk about that next week. And let's see. And remember, ask people. From me to you, just look at some of your friends and just ask, how do you feel? Because it goes a long way. Because John Cena did say, not one person ever asked how I feel. So I just want y'all to remember that, in life. You may be going through stuff, but just, maybe we need to look at Kurt and go, how do you feel? Like right now, Ladarius, how do you feel?
What?
Ladarius, how do you feel?
Why are we asking at the end of the show? Yeah.
I just asked it.
No, we're still live.
I'm fine. Listen, I'm trying not to get again because you get so many. It's like it's like playing pressure luck and you get them whammies. You lose your money, then you got to rebuild. Listen, it's a complicated thing. It's
Ron. You gotta stop with the
No, I he does it keeps me in check. Apparently I need to be in check. So
you don't need to be in check.
If I'm running too long and I go and I hear I say nope, time to back up, time to back off.
Run.
I've been buying
All right, next show I know what I'm gonna be doing when Ron's again.
Like I say, all of you guys are vital to the show. The chat, you're all vital.
including
just
you.
show up. I just show up, if I'm asked to do something, I just do it.
I hope you
That's
don't
what I do.
truly feel that way, Ladarius. I hope this is just good TV, for you to say
I don't
this.
know.
But
I don't know. I
oh
watch
man,
I watch a lot of TV, so that could be a hit one way or the other. It doesn't give anything away, but I see Cita's about to
oh,
fall asleep, so I'll stop talking.
No, I'm
oh
not. I just put my hand
gosh,
over my head. I'm
why?
just. You're vital.
No, I in all seriousness, I no, all of you, I just show up. So you guys make
What?
the show work. I'm not trying to put this on camera, but this is an off camera thing.
Yeah,
But
we need to end the stream at this point.
Jesus,
We need to discuss this. I'm sorry, everyone
Jesus.
in the
He
chat.
asked me how I feel, and then and then just yeah. I don't want to melt. Listen, listen. I want to melt under the light. Is what I'm trying to say. You put chocolate out in the sunshine for too long, it's gonna melt. I'm just gonna leave it like that.
That is very
So,
true. And yeah, but some people like that. But anyway, we're not going there.
Jesus, yeah.
All right. So,
Oh, geez.
look, I want to thank everybody for joining us. Much love. We appreciate every single one of y'all. Come back. And
Thank you.
without further
Yes.
ado, I am C Double. That has been Ron Thomas. That has been Miss Carrie. And of course, that has been the one, the only Mr. Ladarius Brown. And we just like to tell you thank you. Peace out. Much love.
Bye, everyone.
Peace
Thank you.
out.